aware of what's
Yeah.
Esmond doesn't know what's happening at
Is it Esmond or Desmond? You just said Esmond.
I said Esmond.
Oh, I thought you said Desmond the first time. I'm so confused. Okay, there's a new character trait. Cows that get constantly says Desmond or Esmond doesn't know which one it is.
He's like.
Okay, are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good to go now with video.
Is Mel here?
Oh
Mel
shit!
Now with video.
Yeah,
Oh, I hadn't heard Mel for a bit. So
Mel is being stealthy, just like Ellen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stellan.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Okay. When last we left off, you Blue Hearts were on the trail of the necromancer Odin Riftwhistle. Scouring the Vale for your quarry, you found yourselves in the town of Shalebrook, where you thwarted an attack on the townsfolk by Riftwhistle's minions, 4 undead riders of terrible power. After laying low one of their ranks, the remaining riders fled, and you set about examining the corpse of the undead paladin you slew. You discovered that he had traces of corpse ash on his person, a common sight at burial mounds. Recalling some lore about the man himself, Mido and Verna realized that this man was Sir Thaddeus of Brandal, a hero from antiquity. Hiraeth managed to successfully dispel the necromantic magic remaining on Thaddeus's form, and brought forth his freed spirit, who implored the Blue Hearts to save his allies from Odin and the necromantic Pale Stone in his possession. The Blue Hearts then journeyed to the Barrow Grounds, a large burial complex and the resting place of the 4 riders. Using some information from Thaddeus, you managed to circumvent the undead army at the entrance and make your way through the tombs, in the process discovering Riftwhistle and 2 of the riders within. After navigating the dark catacombs and their multiple collapsed or underwater passages, you found yourselves in a massive underground cavern with a stone bridge spanning a putrid lake. And on that bridge, the fiery rider seems to be standing guard. So, that is where we pick up. Emerging from the underwater tunnels and pushing aside the rusty metal grates, you make your way out into a biting cold underground cavern. Finding some shelter behind some nearby stone formations immersed in shadow, you take stock of your surroundings. You see a waterfall cascading down the left side of the cavern into a lake several hundred feet below. The lake gives off a putrid stench that makes you want to gag, and you have to stifle a cough in order to keep from giving yourselves away. The lake is spanned by a large stone bridge, and on the middle of that bridge you see a solitary dwarven figure standing vigil. The fiery rider is motionless, resting his armored form on the lance that he has planted in the ground. Tongues of fire lick off of his armor, casting a ring of light around him and making him the only immediately visible threat in the area to anyone devoid of dark vision. And you can hear large wings flapping above you, just out of reach, and looking up, you spy forms hovering there in the darkness. 4 of those winged beasts that were patrolling the outer barrow grounds, their leathery hides marked with scrapes and scars, their hideous, rat-like faces darting left and right for intruders to make a meal of. What do you do?
So I'm gonna need some fucking logistics here. So, like, we came out into this cavern. How visible are we?
You, as I said,
Like, do we
found some
did you
shelter behind a series of stone formations
my bad.
that were in
Okay.
shadows.
So we aren't.
You are
Out-
not
we aren't
visible.
out in the
You
open.
are in the open, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
there are 2 riders and the necromancer
One-
and a bunch
one rider.
of
So you would notice them earlier in your journey, but right now you see the fiery rider standing on this long bridge. This bridge is spanning this chasm. The bridge itself is probably about, I want to say, 100 feet long. The chasm drops down into this lake several hundred feet below. It's you can see from the waterfall to the left that is feeding into this lake, it's giving off this kind of horrible purple liquid that's kind of oozing and bubbling.
we haven't. Sorry.
And giving off a sort of a fume.
We haven't seen a liquid like this before.
No.
What does this smell like?
Give me a nature check.
Okay. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh, what?
natural 19
Hmm.
plus 5, 24.
The
Strong
stench
roll to
that's
start out.
the stench that it's giving off smells toxic. It smells like anything that it smells poisonous, is what it smells like. It smells like maybe this is water that has been tainted with some sort of toxic substance, rendering it poisonous.
No
It's giving off a
going
stench.
near the taint water.
And so, okay, I'm gonna draw something. I'm probably gonna get it geographically wrong compared to how you're visualizing it, but this is how I'm visualizing it. So
I mean,
help
there
me
is a
out.
map in case a combat initiates,
Well,
so I could.
before we pull that out, I mean, unless you want to pull it out, but I'm
No, go on.
so I'm imagining like, okay, so if you scroll down a bit on the grid here,
Yep.
so like we're here, we just came out of like a tunnel, or we're like in behind a wall or something.
Yep.
And then a ways up in front of us is the bridge. The rider's here.
Wrong orientation.
Oh,
So keep that where it is. I'll move it for you. So like, it's more like this.
oh,
Oh.
It's facing that way. Yeah. So like, here's you guys.
oh. So we're looking parallel with the bridge.
Yes, you're looking at the
Okay.
bridge. So
Oh.
here's this big old chasm, and you guys are just
Are we
sort
on the
of like,
left? Are we on the left side of the bridge or the right side?
you're on the south side of the bridge,
No, but I mean like on this map, did we come out on the right or the left?
the left.
Okay.
So the waterfall is like here, and it's cascading down.
Okay.
It's a
So
beautiful
is you-
waterfall.
Thank
That's
you.
So-
the taint water?
And there's like a bunch of little boys kind of floating in the air, maybe like 30, 40 feet up.
Okay,
Flat.
so there's some land in front of us before there is there a drop off into
It's not that much. It's maybe like 10 feet.
so
This is not
does it drop off for a number of feet before there's any sort of liquid, or is the liquid
It
basically
drops
level?
off about like 300 feet into a big lake below.
Okay, so there's a lot of space between.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so we're not at level with this liquid. Like, we're not. It's not like
No.
if we put our foot out into the chasm, we touch it.
No,
Okay.
but if you fall in there,
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just wanted to have a
If you fall,
visualization of
it's
the
bad.
all the specific dimensions of this environment. Okay.
So what we're saying is, don't fall into the taint water.
So we have about 10 feet in front of us, and then just a drop off. There's no path
there's
anywhere.
just a drop off. It's a sheer drop with this stone bridge spanning the chasm
Um,
Can you ping where we are? I'm not really. Are we?
down here.
Okay.
Behind
Uh,
like some fallen stones.
we're where Goff is. I guess I probably shouldn't put him there in case you delete it, because then it would get delete Goff.
But
Again, a reminder: this entire place, as the rest of these tombs have been, is pitch black.
Okay.
So
I got dark vision cast on me last session.
you do.
though.
So you still have it, but Verna and Wilbert are still basically blind in here.
I'm gonna, after I kind of sniff the air, I'm like, oh, that's laced. That is filled with something toxic, poison. We don't want to be in that.
Great.
What do we think we're going to try to do to get through this? Because I feel as though fighting here might be a bad idea.
I mean,
I also feel like those creatures in the air are going to probably have keener senses than the trolls did.
so are we going to want to sneak past them, or? Because I kind of doubt that's going to work in this instance. So maybe we can try and get the drop on them.
It would be an advantage if we were able to bring down or otherwise convince the dwarf without having to deal with the others. But these winged creatures would pose much of a struggle.
Point of order. I just wanted to know how we were talking. I asked Tom, I think, about this right after the session last week. What's up with the Sir Thaddeus's body? Because I thought someone had brought it.
Oh, we did. We said we brought it. What is up with that
Huh?
body?
Huh?
I'm just gonna say that we're gonna put it in the bag. Well, look,
I mean, it's not
because
like he needs
because otherwise,
surgery.
Falk's gonna keep asking us about
No, I was
logistics,
asking
about
because-
carrying the body and dropping the body and accidentally having the
No,
body
it's
be
fine
there.
because otherwise it would have been really fucked up if you
We're
had
trying
his
to return
body.
it to the grave, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would have.
okay.
It would
I
have been.
say we put it in the bag, even though that's kind of
Okay.
weird, but.
No, I mean the fact that you guys went through an underwater passage would have been
Right.
fucking.
Yeah, I know it's a bit
Wait,
weird,
what?
but
Oh yeah, you left for this.
Oh yeah.
we did a little bit of an underwater swim, but nothing significant happened. I think we killed like one shitty zombie with like 2 hits, and then that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
It's more of an
I
environmental
think
hazard than any real threat.
yeah. So we basically, if we want to get from anywhere from where we are, we have to fly or teleport because we don't have a physical space to move on.
And I'm not a rat anymore.
Correct. You're not a rat.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, we turned Mito into a rat
No, I remember that, but why is she not a rat anymore?
because we had to swim and we didn't want to watch Rat Mito drown before turning into
She
regular
would have
Mito.
like drowned instantly.
She would have drowned and turned into regular Mito, but we still didn't want to watch the Rat Mito drown. Either way, we were going to end up with not Rat Mito at the end of the end of the water tunnel.
I want to be a rat again.
Is this because Renhawk's been interacting with Becky? Anyway.
Anyway,
In terms of transport, we have the carpet, we have broom, we have spells. Movement won't be the concern. How we want to move is the concern.
Indeed.
Something's telling me we're not going to get out of this without they fight, so.
Not falling in that case is going to be the key.
Perhaps if we can take out the big bat things and get the flaming rider on our side.
I think we should definitely focus the big bats first.
Does the bridge have walls on either side of it?
no.
We
So
don't got OSHA down here.
you could just walk off the edge of it without being
Yep.
blocked. Okay. So there's no cover on the bridge. You know, if we weren't trying to preserve this guy's soul, we could just try to throw him off the side of this bridge. Because what's he gonna
If
I
we're
mean, I
going
could maybe-
to get his body,
I'm
we
not saying
would
that in
need to-
character. I know. I'm just talking dumb shit.
Hmm?
I
mean, it's
but if we-
viable,
if we-
but
if we
someone
didn't
has
have-
to
if
go
there
get
was-
him.
if there wasn't like an honorable and sentimental quest we were trying to preserve, we were trying to kill the guy, we could just. What the fuck is a moth doing in my room? Get the fuck out of here!
The moth wants to play too.
No, it's not. It's not one of the cool moths. It's one of those annoying moths. It literally only just.
Moths are cool moths.
No, not pest moths. They just try to find crackers and just make nests in the cracker box.
I'm gonna need some cotton. I'm gonna need some
No, they just don't. These
cloth.
ones.
Okay. Anyway,
I
fuck is
can
happening?
say that if we're going to try to appeal to the people that the riders were first, this is the dwarf one, right?
Yep. Mhm.
I know a song.
You know a song?
I know a song about him.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's
smart.
something that I can do. But I can also banish him, so it's one or the other.
Alright,
Well-
well, we're not going to get anywhere with those bat things attacking us.
I don't like how big they are. I don't like how possible it might be that they might try to throw us off the
They will.
everything. So let's
How far into can I see any Like, can I see the other side of the cave where the end is?
Yes. So about 100 feet across on the other side of this chasm, you do see the cavern walls once again. Actually, no. Your dark vision only spans 60 feet, so I would say actually you can't see anything.
Would the hawk goggles help?
Your dark vision still only makes it 60 feet.
I have an
Alright.
idea. It's a bit of a dangerous idea, but it is an idea.
Well, at this
So.
point, it's a given. What is your idea?
So, somebody
Once told me.
probably somebody who can do up close things, or maybe get out of place in an instant, grabs the cube of force, walks into the middle, sets up the cube of force, and acts as bait. And while all the bat boys are distracted with this force cube, then we all just attack them at once. Get some good hits in.
Well,
Well, it could work, but if I understand the cube
I won't
correctly.
be able to teleport and activate it immediately after one another.
Well, that
You could
also
walk forward.
those creatures just? I mean, they won't be able to get in, but couldn't they just knock the cube off the bridge?
No, I assume I'd be holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an immovable wall. It moves with you.
Oh, I thought maybe it could be influenced by outside
No, it can't be
force.
shoved or anything.
No.
No.
You can
Oh.
just walk outside
Oh.
onto the bridge and then be like, "More cube," and then they can't get to you.
Well, could. But what merit does this have that outside of just having the general element of surprise?
Do you
We
have
What
already
is the
have
bait?
the element of surprise, and that involves me being in a position where I'm not going to be able to do much else.
Somebody else could take the cube.
It's attunement
And-
based.
Oh, fuck. Just kidding.
Perhaps.
Well, do you want to just start shooting? Or?
How?
Well, while you're revealed to them, you could always. It would be a chance to talk to. To talk to the boy, the
Dwarf.
dwarf.
You trying to think of his name or just what, like?
His name,
Angus.
Angus.
Donald.
This forge stone.
You could always you could always go in the cube and take the opportunity to talk to Angus Forgestone.
Cube reminder only lasts a minute unless you change the sides. Unless you reactivate it. So you'd have a minute to talk.
How big are the creatures?
They are large sized, so they are probably like a good 9 feet long.
We could likely.
They can have riders on them. That's how big they are.
But if everything starts to go south, then we can always just start firing. Or we can do both. You can try convincing while we all take down the bats.
My only concern is, well, I have many concerns. In fact, I'm constantly concerned. In this particular instance, the fact that there's no way to avoid getting knocked off of that bridge. The risk of someone falling.
The biggest thing that I think the biggest threat there is the bats.
Well, yes, and then the threat is that they could, even regardless of what they can bite or scratch, they could just push us off, kick us.
Pick us up and drop us.
Yes. I am more concerned about that than dealing with Forge Stone. We can find a way with Forge Stone. But the bats will do. They are animals. They are beasts. Worse, worse than beasts. They will just do whatever it takes to kill us, and the environment is in their advantage greatly. We have no safety net, as it were.
I can cast fly on the few people.
Does that require concentration?
Yeah.
I
Well.
can do it also.
You could, but as long as you can maintain it.
I'm pretty good
Also,
at it.
some of our human friends are blind.
Can the human folks even see anything
They
up on
can
the bridge?
see the fiery rider because he is on fire.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
basically all they can see.
Like,
just
how long?
lost
How
one.
long does dark vision last? Because like somebody cast
I
dark
lost the
vision
bot.
on me.
What
I
the
think.
fuck?
What?
Why did the robot die?
Goodbye, Bobbot. Be
What were you
good.
saying, Red?
I think Wilred cast dark vision on me last time.
No,
I
that
played.
was
no, Danya did.
Danya.
Oh.
I
Okay.
got her name right.
Yay.
Why did the robot crash?
Why
That's
bot?
very strange. I will try to restart it. Anyway.
And the more the seconds pass, the more I think that there is no plan to be made other than just trying to get up onto solid ground. Or I don't think even if we have this ability to fly, that fighting over the open space is a good idea. If the person who casts it gets hit hard, we will fall.
Wilred kind of
There are too many of them.
Wilred gets close to. He says, "Well, if worse comes to worse, they are undead. So I can always try to turn them." Asking you.
What?
Asking you if they get close
Oh,
enough.
I thought Ascan. I thought you said Askin. I was like, what? Okay.
Asian.
But I don't think anything that large is going to be destroyed. It's just going to run away for a while.
Right, and it'll still run away for a minute. Give us some time. So, worst case scenario, we make them run. We push the damn dwarf off the bridge, and we book it.
Rather not put him off the bridge, even if it be easy. Alright, I think your idea is key. Knowing this song, I think this could help greatly.
Shall we? They're not within like Sissel's like nukeable range.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Fox said they're like 30 or 40 feet above what, the bridge?
The bridge, yeah.
Okay.
They're
And
hovering
how
up there.
far above the bridge is the bridge?
How far apart are they?
I mean, they're far enough apart you won't be able to
AoE
get
them.
maybe more than, like, if you're lucky, maybe can you get 2 of them?
How high up is the bridge from where our level?
It's at your level.
Oh, the bridge is at our level? I thought it was above us.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no.
I thought we had to like fly up to get to the bridge.
No, you are on the level of the bridge.
Well, that changes a little bit of how I was thinking about things, but still, okay.
Also, yeah, my nuke range is very long.
Let me.
Oh wait, Ellen has sharpshooter.
Yeah. Yeah, you
right.
can shoot anything from anywhere.
Yeah.
How big is the cave we're in? Can one of these things get into it?
What do you mean?
Like, if we were, hypothetically speaking, if one of them tried to come after us and we were all still in this location, could it get through this entrance, or was it narrow enough that it gets
Yes,
stuck?
you are on a big open area that you're hiding behind some.
No, I mean the cavern we came from, like behind us.
Oh no, they can't.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just-
you came out of the underwater thing, which was like a grate in the floor.
Oh, I thought that we were like that was like a room before.
No,
where
you pulled yourselves up out of that grate and you were behind.
and then we're immediately in this area. Okay. Okay. Doing a quick spellbook check to see if there's anything I'm not considering. When it comes to water walking as a spell, do I know, as someone who can use the spell, do I know, does that affect work on other liquids or only specifically
water.
water?
Well,
Okay.
the ring of water walking let not fall into the lava in
Yeah,
Cobra
but it's
originally, but
still
it would probably still
hurt.
damage you, but it wouldn't be submerged.
Let me
You
look
wouldn't
at
take as
something.
much damage. I know that I think he reduced the damage, but and you don't get stuck.
I'm just
but
saying, in
you
case someone
definitely
falls, I have
damage
a ring of water walking that could save someone from more serious pain.
I mean, I'm
Any
I'm
okay,
good.
sorry. Any liquid surface. You are right.
Oh.
Oh.
So someone could be prevented from. Alright.
You still likely take damage by contacting it or being near the fumes and such, but yes, you can walk on the surface of this lake down below. It's still 300 feet below, so
So you can walk on the taint liquid.
Wait a minute. Do we know if those things are flying are undead for sure?
yeah, they are undead.
Okay.
I mean, necromancer's minions.
Okay, that's an option. Where's that other one? No protection. Okay. I could, well, for a short time. Well, quite a few minutes actually, 10 or so. Could protect someone, make it a little easier for them to not. It'll make it harder for the beasts, the dwarf. We just have to figure out a way to engage the situation. I think if we can get an element of surprise, even if we have to fight. Wraith, the idea of the cube is not terrible. It
No,
could
I
give
mean,
you...
I can do that. I can try to focus on the rider and at least
yes.
try to convince him. But I just, that will be where my focus is. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do much support or help with the beasts. It'll be up to you guys.
Well, if you go there, perhaps all four beasts will begin to dive at you, and that would put them all within range of a single acid ball, wouldn't it, Cecil?
Yes, it would, and that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Okay.
And whatever else anybody else wants to throw at them.
This is making more sense. Alright.
Can I throw fire?
Yes, you can.
You can throw fire.
I don't know how much good I'm going to do be against in terms of area damage, but
We can start off
Okay.
strong and go from there.
okay. Where we need to get Haraith onto the bridge. She will use the cube to protect herself. Where should we try to fly low and then come up on the other side of the bridge? Or behind her, where should we show up? Where should we put ourselves? Or should some of us stay over here?
I mean, I think once it starts, we're all going to be...
As long as you're unseen, I think that trying to sneak around is only going to make it more likely they might notice you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, once this pops off, it's popping off, so probably doesn't matter much where we go.
I know. I just mean in terms of positional advantage. Should we be somewhere else, so we're not all clustered together?
If you want to move, we can try to reposition ourselves, but it's going to risk our element of surprise.
So are we just going to all stand in this location while Haraith goes out by herself?
For now.
Well, in the middle of things,
I'm probably going to move
Getting
after.
onto the bridge is going to be more difficult for some of us.
That's true.
You might
Anybody?
just have to try and pull them over here. When it comes to the cube of force, if I don't let anything through, that doesn't count sound, does it?
Correct.
Okay.
It's anything physical.
Does the cube take damage? Like, what happens if
No.
it's attacked?
Well, it has to be attacked. It's like
Certain things.
it's like, you know, disintegrate and a typical
So-
force thing.
It won't destroy the cube's faces, but it will reduce the number of charges it has, and then the cube will go out once it's out of charges.
But a guy with an
Ryder-
axe or whatever he's got.
Ryder
probably-
wouldn't be able to do anything. It's very specific things like disintegrate or other magic spells. Other force-based spells.
Okay. I think would it be wise someone to go with her wraith for if things aren't dealt with by the time that the cubes.
I mean, I'll be able to get out of there if I have to.
So, as can I, but why don't I go with you? That way, if things get really south, I can try to turn them. I'll be in position to do so.
How do you suggest that? Just being ready to pull us out of there if things go poorly?
Right, well, I suggest if things go poorly, I summon the will of my deity to try to turn these undead, and then you snap your fingers and we jet on out.
Okay.
Would you be going in with her from the start, or would you?
Are the bats undead? Do I get
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought they were beasts.
Oh, they're undead.
They're gross.
No, we don't get to deal with beasts anymore because then I could use some of my class skills. That wouldn't be allowed.
I don't think you fought beasts since the Tyrannosaur.
Correct.
The Monster Hunter.
I've asked questions about the nature of everything, and it's always like, nope, these are monstrosities, these are aberrations, these are fucked up not beasts, and I'm like, great, none of half of the things that nature clerics could do don't matter. Anyway,
Maybe there will be beasts soon. Anyway,
maybe. Well, I just think if things aren't need to. Walking alone, even nearby, is dangerous. I think people should be with each other. Someone to cover her wraith if things don't go well.
That's why I was proposing going out with her.
I know, I'm just reiterating it.
Sounds like
Unless
a
her
good
wraith
idea
feels
to me.
like you feel like it's better if you only are by yourself.
It's fine. I think it's probably for the best that you team up.
Okay.
Alright, then I'll follow your lead.
One last question. Who, in this situation, is there anyone here who is incapable of doing things from far away?
Verna?
Verna has a longbow. I'm still
She
looking
does?
through her skills.
I think she's used it like once
Yeah,
before.
she's used it like.
Verna has a longbow?
Well, I mean, it's
Can you-
dex, so.
hold on a minute. I'm curious. Oh no, divine smites are only melee attacks. That'd be really fucked up if you could like divine smite with a fucking bow.
Oh shit! I forgot that Red also had the thing open. I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm
Smite
like
from
scrolling
afar.
through it, and I'm just like.
Can I look at the spellbook really quick? Or whenever you're done.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I just want to see if there's anything long range that Verna can do with
I
spells.
don't think Verna has any long range stuff. I think it's all just
She's
like
got Hunter's Mark.
it's basically just support spells. Verna's a very melee centric person. There's really not anything around that.
Oh, she only has-
Dania is also melee, so Dania can't do anything. So is
Okay.
Tackle. Tackle is also melee.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
But Danya can like zip in and out.
But also can't fight things that are in the air.
a number of things. A number of us will just have to wait, and then the ones that can, those of us that can, will have to try and maybe lure them in. Is there space like enough around us that we could bring one close enough for people in melee range to do anything? If they, or are we basically gonna? I guess our goal is that we're trying to get them all to move in towards Horatio.
There's really, this is a choke point. There's really not, like, I'll show you the map, because I think at this point we should just go to the map and we'll decide.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
To visualize.
I hope you have made yet another environmental battle hazard puzzle that is just like it's taking us a long time to really feel comfortable about starting this.
Oh, I know, and it's designed to not make you feel comfortable.
I know. Nothing about this is comfortable. Nothing about this environment is comfortable.
We're level 13 players with lots of resources available.
Do we
There's
all still
nothing
have
easy
Death
about
Ward up?
it. Yeah, it's 8 hours.
Yeah, it lasts 8
Oh,
hours.
sweet.
So there's your map. You're in the bottom left.
Ooh,
Oh,
nasty
okay.
boy.
I'm guessing that these trees are not actually there.
The trees
Or
are there.
bushes.
I mean, they're not trees. Yeah, they're not. This is from another map that I repurposed.
Glowing.
Blurry boy. Oh, that. Never mind. It loaded it.
It popped in.
Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so just as I understand the order of operations here,
First,
Horaith goes in with Vilrid, hides in the cube, and tries to reason with the dwarf. In the meantime, we hopefully these creatures, these bats, whatever they are, move in, and then Sissel and whoever else does their magic.
I'm gonna preemptively get on the broom as well.
Okay.
Is this all accurate? Is that our plan, our order of operations here?
Seems like a plan to me.
Okay, now, if that doesn't work,
Oh, do you want to fly my
Oh, you want to pull your wings out, Mido?
how long do the wings last?
An hour.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it 1 or 2 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay. So, how fast can the carpet move? 60 feet? 50 feet?
50, I believe. Let me look. Carpet. You have the 5x7 version, right?
Yeah.
It can hop. Really? Only 5x7? Oh yeah, 40 feet. 40 feet. But if it goes over its carrying capacity, it flies at half speed. Or twice its carrying capacity. So it can carry 600 pounds at a fly speed of 40 feet, and if it goes over double that, it goes to half speed.
Just so I know,
Excuse me. It can if it goes up to 600 pounds, it flies at half
just so I understand the actual visual of the map and not the like what we're seeing here. We couldn't just walk to the bridge. We have to fly up over to it,
No,
right?
you can walk to the bridge. It's right there on the lip. It's just like I had to put another. I had to put another bridge icon on top.
No,
of
I just thought.
No, it's.
I thought the entrance to the bridge was the tunnel that like was collapsed, and then this is a separate entrance that does not connect to the bridge. So I thought we couldn't walk to it. So we could just run over to the bridge this whole time.
Yeah.
No. There was a collapsed. Okay. All of that stuff that you guys dealt with yesterday, where there was a collapsed tunnel and you had to go underwater and all that, that's off screen. Okay,
I know.
That has nothing to do with this map.
I know. I thought this whole time.
The collapsed tunnel.
Right. I thought this whole time that the place we came out of was like a separate entrance into the room from the one that enters onto the bridge. I thought the bridge was like. I didn't understand. I'm sorry. I thought this whole time that we couldn't. We literally, if we wanted to get onto the bridge from where we were, we'd have to fly. I thought we couldn't walk onto the bridge.
No, you came out at the same level. You're in the same room that you would have if you had been able to get around that collapsed tunnel.
I know we were on the same level. I know we're in the same room. I just thought that there was like physical stuff impeding us. Like there wasn't a path to the bridge from where we were.
You can go to the bridge.
Okay, so we don't have to. The melee people, if they want to get close to something, they don't have
just
to.
Run up onto the bridge.
All right. Sorry. I just my understanding of the geography was bad. Okay. Okay. Well, what do we do if we can't convince the dwarf? I guess we just
Kill him.
beat him down.
If
Sounds-
necessary, I can try to, I mean, I can always try to do this later as well, but if we need to clear the battlefield so we can focus on the creatures, I can try to banish him. Then we can all
Aye.
hit him very hard when he comes back.
All right. Well, how people who do not have Dania,
Yeah.
do you have a means of getting back if you fall, or if you fall, are you falling and that's
I
it?
can run up the side of the wall.
What the
Is
fuck?
that a
What?
Oh,
Roscoe
yeah.
could do that.
monk training? Yeah, I can run up a cliff surface like it's nothing.
Roscoe did that, yeah.
If you are
Remember?
if you fall but you are far away from a wall, are you
I can poof
It's,
in the shadows.
it's dark in
It's dark
here,
in here.
yeah.
okay? So the only person who really, well, who can't do much to get back on their own is me and Verna.
You have your grappling
Well, I
gun.
don't want to. I have the rod, but I can stop my fall if I'm good. If I do it right, but I can't. I don't have control over where I go.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
I'm just wondering if there's anyone who falling would be the most detrimental to them. I want them to stay near me because I have my vine and I can try and grab you.
Probably your large cat friend there.
Yeah, I was about to say. Tackle, stay with
Yeah.
Goff, okay?
Ah, good thought.
Gives Goff a big slap.
I'll put my hand on one of his shoulder blades.
He licks
Yes.
Goff's
All right,
foot.
tackle. If just stay by me. Watch my back.
He purrs
I'll
in
watch
your ear.
yours. Verna, you stay close by as well.
Understood.
Just want to make sure.
She nods to you and places a one hand on the hilt of her rapier.
Okay. Well, I think at this point there's no more preparation, so we can make whenever you're ready, or Wraith. This is going to happen.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Ellen knocks an arrow to her bow and just nods.
Okay.
Of course, Nido
Goff watches Mido dab and he just goes. Ugh.
So
I know you. Wait, no, the name is the name on you. What's the Fire Rider's name again? Sorry.
Angus
I forgot.
Forgestone.
the bloody cleaver.
Let me write that down so I don't.
Yeah, I'm ready then too.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I have concentrated right now. I think I had enhanced ability concentrate. I'll turn that off.
Yeah.
I will activate the fifth side on the. Oh, first I'll look to Wilrid and I'll say it's going to surround us by a force field about 15 feet across. So just keep close. Be prepared to
Right.
move when I do.
Okay.
I'll
After you.
hit the fifth side. There's 5 charges. That'll be the one that blocks everything.
Okay.
And after that, I'm gonna put the cube in my pocket, and I'll pull my Vuel off of my back, and I'll start walking forward.
Okay. Wilrit begins walking with you, and the rest of you are staying hidden.
Yep, I'm readying an acid
Okay.
ball for the moment all of those
Here, if you
babbles are in range.
as soon as you get that close, I'd say at this point, as you the two of you started making your way up the bridge, the fire rider took notice of you, immediately locked his focus onto your approach. You hear the sound of the glowwings up above beginning to hiss and roar as they see these intruders down on the bridge, and they look like they're about to swoop down when the fire rider holds up a hand.
Fuck no!
Oh boy.
He holds up a hand as if to stop them, and they all remain where they are. And then he just stares you down.
I'm going to call out Angus Fordstone, and as I call it, I'm going to hit the first chord of the song that was written about him?
Make a performance check as you begin playing this old folk song.
I probably should have cast
I didn't
something on
think of-
myself.
I didn't think about this. I should have given you guidance.
I mean, I have a really good performance,
Yeah,
so
come on, Bard.
let's not roll
Come
a
on.
2 or a 1.
Aladdin.
I rolled a fucking 2, of
Oh.
course. That's still a 17.
17. Okay, so as this inspirational, upbeat, heroic song of Angus the Bloody Cleaver, the man who went to battle for his people to fight the orcs and to push them back to save dwarven society. As you begin to, this rings out through this hollow cavern. You see Angus looking down at you, and he seems confused. And you see him reach up and take his helmet off of his head.
Uh-oh.
And as he pulls his helmet away, you see a man who is chalk white in appearance, a set of sunken-looking eyes with a sorrowful blue glow deep in the sockets, and his hair, instead of hair being on the top of his head and his beard, it is just a mane of fire.
Whoa.
And you see him open his mouth as if to say something, but then nothing comes out. And he seems frustrated by this. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Just trying to decide which fucking dice to use. One's bad too. Perception?
Mhm.
15.
15. I'd say within the darkness and based on his movements, you get the sense that he can't speak.
He's
So
got no breath.
he's got no tongue.
Oh shit. From what I did with when I dispelled the necromantic spell from the last writer, do I get the feeling that this is something they can really overcome by themselves, or would they need to like have something cast on them to help?
I'd say give me an Arcana check for that.
Okay, let me see. My Arcana's not good, so. Of course, I roll well on the thing I don't. That would be a 14. I thought that was not.
14. You got the impression that this was your dispel magic was only successful because you had already killed the rider, and because there was just a residual amount of necromantic energy still left within its form for you to then be able to dispel. As this rider is now likely far too powerful for you,
Yeah.
it would probably take an act of a god to dispel this creature. It's too powerful for mortals.
Okay. Do I have another opportunity to speak?
Yeah.
I will say, the one that has pulled you from your grave has taken you from your heroic rest to bring you upon the land to kill its people and to bloody its land, to bloody its soils, to try to bring ruin and destruction to those that you once fought to protect. Is that what you want to stand for now, in the time after your death?
Give me a persuasion check.
Doki.
Okie dokie.
Laura kind of leans over to you and says, I hope you know what you're doing.
No idea. That is a 24.
Oh.
I'm a plus 15. So.
You see the fire rider look down at his feet for a moment. He looks up toward the 4 hovering glum wings. And he holds his hand up once again and clasps it in a fist, and you see the 4 glum wings turn and begin flying out through some crevices in the cavern walls, out
What?
toward the daylight.
Oh shit!
At the same time, he pulls his lance up out of the stone bridge, and he grips it, and then with his other free hand, he points toward the two of you, and he shakes his head.
He shakes it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Do I get the sense that he's blocking our path now, or?
He still looks at the ready, as if he is ready for a scuffle.
I can see this happening, right?
Yeah.
As someone who was mute for a very long time, can I get any inclination of what he's trying
Give me
to
an
imply?
insight check.
Oh, not bad. Insight is 24.
24. The way he's motioning, it looks like he is looking to do battle, but he is not looking to do battle with Hiraeth or Wilrid. He recognizes them, but he's looking for someone else.
If I take a step forward, what does he do?
He readies his lance, and he points.
Wraith. I in the earring. Wraith. He don't ask me how. He wants to fight. He doesn't want to fight you. And you ask him why. What? Maybe who he wants to fight.
Who is it that you're waiting for?
He opens his mouth again, but no sound comes out, and he looks frustrated again.
Does anybody have any ability to read minds?
Hi!
Can you?
What?
Can you?
I have my...
Oh, do you have the amulet?
Isn't that attunement based?
Oh, is...
Did you attune to the thoughts thing?
Did I attune to the thoughts?
You did at one point. I don't know if you...
That was a long time ago.
That was
I
a
forgot
long
we had
time
it.
ago. What am I... What is it now?
What is it? Amulet of... Is it... What the fuck is it called? Medallion of Thoughts. Medallion of Thoughts.
Okay.
It does require attunement. I don't know what you're attuned to right now. I know you're attuned to the cloak. You're attuned to...
Cloak? Am I attuned to the Band of Intellect?
Yes.
The +1 weapon doesn't require attunement, does it?
No, it does not.
Arrows don't require attunement.
Headband of Intellect is attunement. Maybe you are attuned to the Medallion of Thoughts. I don't remember. I can't keep track of all the stuff you guys are attuned to.
The Quiver of Ilona isn't attunement.
No, I don't think so.
I gave away the Wing Cloak.
Medallion of Thoughts, you probably are attuned to it, but keep in mind, detect thoughts, you have to be within 30 feet.
Yeah.
And,
I am not.
You get the
One
sense he's
second.
not going to allow anyone else to get close.
Quick second. Oh fuck, never mind.
I mean, I'm going to remember what my buddy Goff did, and I'm going to say, "Can you write it in front of you?"
I was gonna see if the comprehend languages would work, but it doesn't. It has to be spoken.
He thinks for a moment, and he takes his lance and holds it up, and you see the head of the lance ignite in fire, and then he drives it into the stone before him, and he begins carving out words in Dwarvish.
Okay.
He writes out the words, "The fighter."
Mito.
Oh.
Oh wait, I
Oh
can't.
no! Oh no!
Oh. Mito. I mean, it's going to be Mito, right? It's not going to be Verna.
Who was the person that went up and fucked with him? It was Mito,
Mito.
right?
It was
Mito killed the Cold Rider and then went right after him.
shit. He wants to fight you, Mido.
No,
Yeah, he pointed at you and you died immediately.
No.
Just nod if you agree with the statement, or shake your head if you don't. Is this a blood feud, or is this about honor?
He looks confused because he can't really shake yes or no when you've given him more than one option.
No, well, the first one and then the second one. I'll pause.
Oh, okay,
between
you
them.
pause.
Yeah.
So when you say
Sorry,
blood
I
feud, he
didn't.
you say blood feud, he shakes his head. When you say honor, he nods.
Will you kill her?
He nods.
Oh.
I won't
Well,
allow that to
Maito, it
happen.
seems like he wants to fight you. He probably won't let us by.
We got straight back.
I'll step back. And I'll...
Before you do anything involving moving forward into this, let me make sure if there's anything I can do or Mido. Yeah. Yeah, you should have all your stuff. Did we fight we didn't fight anything really.
No,
Since we haven't fought anything today.
Yeah. So you're full on all of your resources.
Some of us are missing MP, but Mido. I'm gonna kind of grab her arm. I'm not going to let you die. I've dealt enough with honorable duels. I don't care. You're not going to die. And I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good on her.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah, that's a good spell.
That is a good spell.
I am going to...
That lasts for 10 minutes. Okay, so Mido, as Goth casts this divine protection on you, you can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by undead, and as well, undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
I've had enough of blood duels. I won't see. Yeah. Of course. Better than we deal with this as long as you can, and if things go south, then we'll... If I have to, I will make sure that I will step in. I don't care about some sanctity of some honorable duel. This man needs to be put to his rest however whether he wants to be the way he does it or not.
I'll start walking back towards the group, and I will press the 6 side on the cube to deactivate it.
Mido also has Death Ward.
Yep.
When I get towards Mido, I'm gonna like pat her on the shoulder, and as I walk past her, and can I like kind of try to surreptitiously cast a spell on her? Would I have to like cast
give me a
sleight of hand?
check.
Okay.
Well, depend. Like, what components does it have?
It's all of them.
Okay, so yes, you definitely.
Yeah.
All
of the above.
And just buff the shit out of Mido. Are you gonna haste Mido?
A natural 20.
Oh my God.
24.
24
I'm
total.
going to cast haste on her.
Okay.
Think of it this way. It's one level 13 player versus whatever the fuck level this guy is. It's one thing if it's a party of us, it's another thing if it's just one-on-one. That's how I'm
That's
looking
true.
at this.
Okay, Mido, when
He's
you
got
are
some shit.
hasted, you
Have +2 AC, don't you?
+2 AC.
Holy shit! What does that make your AC at this point?
You have advantage on
23?
dexterity saving throws, and it gives you an additional action in which you can take attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
God damn. 23.
Strong.
So probably put things on Mido to remind us that she's got protection and haste, just so we don't forget that. Put like a little icon on
And
Put
her.
her
icons.
wings on.
And okay, hold on. Yeah, that, and then put the little wings.
She's so buffed, Jesus
She's
Christ.
so
This
strong.
is like we're feeding the fucking like the fighter for like the best
So
parts.
wait,
like,
what are these? We've got haste, we've got death ward, we've got wings, and we've got what's that?
protection from evil and good.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
We gotta
Okay.
put her on. We gotta try to even this out because it's a fucking like Death Knight, dude. Like we gotta.
Okay.
What's the snail?
Protection from evil and good.
Oh, the snail's protecting you.
Yeah, the undead goes to hit you and they just see a little cute snail and you're like, oh, I
It's
can't.
the
hit that.
Eldath snail.
The Eldath snail.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that however this fight goes, that I'm always.
I'm gonna see if Wilrid can buff you with anything. Let's see what he has up his sleeves that hasn't already been done.
Protection from evil and good. Double disadvantage.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
So I'm gonna while this is whatever happens here, while this fight that's presumably going to happens, I'm gonna make sure that Goff is always within range for it, like at least like a healing word. So he's gonna kind of be teetering near the edge, like not like just basically getting ready to help, and something goes terribly wrong.
Sissel and Tackle are just gonna chill out over here and watch.
Okay. All right.
I want him to fight again, really. And then I walk back to Mino, and I give her an egg, and then I
give her an egg.
Okay, Maida, what are you doing? As the fire rider, wreathed in flame, stands before you on the edge of this bridge, he is waiting for you.
Knock him dead. Or deader. Deader than he's already on. Just win.
Okay. So you walk up onto the bridge.
Dramatically.
As you step within, I'd say, 10 feet of him. So I'll put you up there. He looks to you and he bows. And at that point, he readies his lance, and I need you to roll initiative. And anybody else who wants to roll initiative to put on the turn?
Yeah, definitely want to roll initiative.
I'll roll initiative for kicks.
Same.
Well,
Not bad.
it could have been worse, but it wasn't great.
Okay.
Solid 5 from Goff for initiative. I should probably just do it. Well, I already rolled it. Never mind.
Oh, wow. Didn't do too good for him. Okay, so is that everyone who wants to be on that turn order?
I mean, I rolled it through my
Great.
dice, but should I just re-roll with
I could put you on. What was the
5?
5?
Not strong.
Okay.
But it's on there.
All right. So I'm not sure how we're gonna handle it, like as far as if people want to take an action on their turn, or you can just tell me. Like, if
we
you
can
want.
call it out. Maybe in between.
Unless otherwise noted, I'm basically just waiting. But
okay. So we'll just start with Mido then.
Yeah.
Okay. Mido.
Oh.
You are face to face with this fire rider as he holds his lance at the ready. He looks ready to rush you. What are you doing?
What?
This isn't Skyrim.
What does TGM do again?
Tackle God mode.
Oh.
I mean, we basically just did that, right?
Pretty much. Christ. Ooh, yeah, that hits. So you get your fire damage. 2d6.
2d.
5 last.
Okay. Still got 2 more attacks. That does not hit. That does hit. Okay, so you unleash a furious flurry of strikes at this.
You are hasted, so you can do an extra one, can't you?
You can do that. Oh yeah, add your firebolt. 3d10.
And an extra attack, too.
You do have an extra attack. Okay.
Damn.
That does hit. God damn.
Oh,
Okay.
little baby fire.
Oh
What?
my god, here we go. Alright,
Oh
go on.
boy.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
That
oh
does not
boy.
hit. That does hit. Okay, you got one more attack. That does hit.
Holy
She did the
shit.
hasted action, right?
Yeah, she
did,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she
Okay.
literally just attacked 7 times.
Holy
Alright.
fuck.
I'm just
So
imagining
Mido-
some red mage rapier shit right now.
So, Mido, you rush in and just unleash a furious series of blows with your rapier. The light from the flame tongue just lighting up the otherwise pitch blackness around you in a series of elegant patterns, managing to get right under the dwarf's armor and give him a series of devastating blows. And he looks back at you and he looks ready to retort. So he is going to make 3 attacks on you with disadvantage. I know.
I haven't used the spell before. I'm excited.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. So that was a 16 to a 16 natural, 16 to a natural 1. A natural 19 to a natural 14 plus 11, so that's 25. So that one does hit you. A natural 18 and then a natural 10 plus 11 is 21, so that does not hit you because of your hasted. So only one of those attacks hits you. You take 10 points of piercing damage and an additional 9 points of necrotic damage. He is going to action surge, seeing that you did so as well.
Fighter be fire, man.
That's a natural 20 and a cocked a natural 11, which is a 22, which doesn't hit you. God. Doesn't hit you. This disadvantage is killing me. Doesn't hit you.
That's
so
the point, man.
so I got 1 attack off on you. That is going to be his turn.
He said he was gonna kill her.
As he makes every single attack against you, and this divine burst of white energy goes off with every one of his strikes, and seems to be shielding you with every turn.
Ellen's gonna insight check him from afar, just in case something happens. So that way she doesn't have to.
Look, if he had not said he was gonna kill her, if he had said he would have let her live and just to win the duel, I would have not done this. But he said he's gonna kill her. I'm not gonna let my girl die. So that's just the way it's gotta be.
Yeah.
Okay. Goff, you doing anything? Are any of you doing anything? Can we go back to
No.
Mido?
Yeah, insight check.
Yeah. I assumed you already did it. I'm not even gonna roll.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was...
Oh shit! I forgot to do the bingo card last week.
Mido, it's your turn again. All right.
Same shit.
Fire and
That
bolt
does
and
not. That
stuff
doesn't
on
hit.
my sword.
That hits. Okay. Yep. So I got 1 more attack. Oh, you have your hasted action as well.
So 2 more attacks.
Yeah, basically. That hits. Okay. 1 more attack. That hits. Holy
Oh my
shit.
god.
Just slicing him up. He's already looking pretty worn as you are just going all in on this fight and just slicing him left and right. Every time he tries to move his lance up to parry you, find an opening and strike forward. He's getting a little frustrated, you can tell. And that brings us... you have anything else you wish to do? Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bad.
Okay, so he is going to use second wind. Okay, so that's 25 hit points back. I rolled a 10. Okay, what does he want to do here? I just need to see. So protection from evil and good is attack rolls. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mido. He's going to rush in, and for one of his attacks, he's going to forego an attack and go for a grapple.
Uh-oh.
So I need you to give me an athletics check, contested by his athletics. So it's going to be... Okay. Okay. 27. So he...
Does a grapple attack count as an attack roll?
It counts as an attack of one of his... No, it doesn't count as an attack roll. It is a ability check.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about attack rolls.
Oh, okay.
So Mido, he looks like he's going to go in for another lunge with his lance, and instead he goes in for a bear hug, and he grabs you in this embrace. And while he's holding you, your speed is 0. You can use an action to try to break free with another athletics check, but he's going to use the remainder of he's going to, while still holding you, he's going to try to make 2 attacks against you. That's a 14 plus 11 is 25, so that was with disadvantage. The other one was a natural 19. So that one hits you for 17 points of piercing damage and 7 points of necrotic. And then the third attack, lowest was a 15. So that's going to be a 26. So that's going to be another 16 points of piercing and 9 points of necrotic.
To interject very quickly, I'm watching that dog again this weekend, so I'm going to run out and let him out. Be back in about 15-ish minutes.
And for the rest of his turn, he's going to use his movement while he still has you grappled to leap off the edge with you.
Oh. Yeah, I saw it coming.
So as you are plummeting, so on your turn, as you, does anybody else wish to do anything? You basically just saw the Fire Rider grapple Mido, get her in a big bear hug, and then leap off the side of the bridge with her.
I'm gonna... move closer.
Can I get a shot off at him as he leaps off, or like?
Do you want to? He's still within range. You could get a shot at him.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yeah, you do have your wings, Mido, but because he's grappling you, your speed is 0, so you can't use them.
Yeah, I'll get a shot off at him as he fires, as he jumps, as he leaps.
I'm gonna...
Okay.
All right, so you make a shot with your arrow. Give me an attack roll.
Oh god. I have a 12 plus... Sorry, where's my weapon? 12 plus 11 is a 23?
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. My 1d6 plus 6 is 6 plus 6 is 12. And then...
So 12 points of damage. Okay.
And then 20 sneak
points.
attack.
Okay, so as you see the rider jump off the bridge with Mido, you take aim with your arrow and strike true. As it strikes and clinks against his armor, you hear a grunt. Despite the fact that he can't speak, he can still make guttural noises. At this point, you hear him shout in rage. At that point, you hear a screeching sound as from
Uh-oh.
the recesses where they fled, you see the glowwings flying back down.
Okay.
Goff. So you've rushed up onto the bridge, and now you see that these glowwings have returned.
Can I still see? Fuck. Can I still see the
two of them
Mido?
The two of them are together, and they're about, I want to say, 30 feet down.
Can I see them?
Yeah. If you're up on the bridge there and you're looking over, yeah, you can see them.
If I try to do a ranged attack on a falling target, would I have disadvantage?
No.
I can still lead the shot without any sort of extra inhibitor. Okay.
Yep. Oh shit! Natural 20 for these guys on their initiative.
I love honorable duels as a trope, but I just don't give a shit right now. I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at this guy.
Okay.
I cannot let Mido die again. I cannot.
Okay.
I'm gonna guiding bolt him level guiding bolt is level 2.
Put everybody else on the initiative turn order because it's popping off now.
Okay,
Will
so
Rid gets 12. Danya gets a. Wow, it's bad for Danya.
Oh, yeah. Let's roll in for Verna,
7.
too.
Yeah, roll it for Verna.
so I'm gonna do that, and as I do it, I'm gonna say,
Okay, Verna's got a 21.
I'm just gonna run up and see the jump, and then see that these things are flying back in, and I'm gonna say, "Honor's over," and I'm gonna do the guiding bolt, and I'm gonna hit him because I rolled a 17 plus.
Yep, you got him.
Yeah, and that's 5d6.
That's for tackle.
Is it plus? Is it also plus?
Don't think so.
Radiant. Okay, there's no bonus for the modifier. Okay.
So how much was it?
11. Oh. 17. 18. 20. Okay. 20 radiant damage, and I'm gonna say, Mido, do not. Never mind. I don't say anything because I don't know how to articulate that right now in a quick way. So never mind.
All right, that's your turn.
Yeah. I already
Okay.
moved. Yeah.
Okay. The glowwings having returned, going at the top of the round. These two are going to dive bomb you, Goff.
Cool.
They're going to swoop down at you, both making 2 attacks as they go. So the first is, what's your AC?
19.
Okay, so the first goes for a bite and a claw. The bite misses you. The claw hits you for 18 points of slashing damage. The second glowwing misses you with the bite, hits you with the claws again for 14 points of slashing damage.
So it's
and then
32.
they fly off. They basically swooped you and flew off. Yep, 32 total. Are these guys within range? This one. Let's see what their flying speed is. Yeah, they could get within range of you, but not many other people. They're gonna go to guard the bridge. That's it. Verna. There's actually no one in the Verna attack right now, I don't think, because they're all ranged. They're all up.
Is there
She has her bow.
She does have her bow, but she can't really add anything to it.
Can we just have her maybe try to get the attention of one of them?
Yeah, she can do that. Does she have like command or anything?
I don't think so, but she could yell.
Don't paladins get
I don't know if she has it. Like, she gets an ability called command. I don't know if she has it
She
prepared.
has like a goad, but I think she has to hit something for that.
Doesn't she have what's it called?
Oh, I guess she can take it as a spell.
The thing that. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it.
She has Bane and Hunter's Mark.
Okay. What do you want her to do?
I want her to do something. Abjure enemy.
It's basically, it gives you advantage. Oh no, that's vow of enmity. Abjure enemy. What does that do again? I don't
It's
know.
frightened.
Yeah, it's a frightening spell. If they're immune to frighten, it doesn't affect them. Which I'm not sure if the glowworms are immune or not. Probably are, actually, since they're dead. Yeah, they are. So I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, I don't. She can't do much, so I guess. I guess I'm just, if Red thinks this is a good idea as well, I guess maybe just have her like step up and try and yell at one of them and see if she can get its attention.
I'm gonna say, because nobody moved the token, that Verna was actually just here, so she can get within, like, she can get up on the bridge if she wants.
Yeah, so I guess she'll move up and then she'll be like earish or something, and then she'll just be like, "Hey, I don't know, I don't know what Verna would say."
Starts banging her shield.
Yeah, trying to get the attention of one of the glowing wings to just try
Give
and make
me
them.
an intimidation check.
Verna intimidate.
That's a charisma. No, you know what? Use Verna's strength for it, because I think that's better than her charisma.
I mean, she still has a +5.
Cool.
Wait.
But then add her strength mod instead of adding charisma, because there's no charisma
So
mod.
strength mod. No, I think she does have it set to that.
It doesn't matter.
Because it says +5 to.
Plus 5 would have been a provision.
it's because he's for proficient, so it would be a +10.
Does she have a plus
She has a
5
plus
in-
strength, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a plus 10.
Okay. So I guess we'll just click the button and then we'll add 5 to it.
Yes. There's no way it's that high. Wow, okay, sure. 33? Really?
What? No,
Doesn't
no.
sound right.
No, that's with the 5 from the proficiency. So
Oh,
it's 20,
okay.
20
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
I was really confused.
20.
Okay, yeah, 20.
Still very
28.
high.
Yeah.
Targeting the glowing on the left, I guess.
On the left. Okay, so she she runs up onto the bridge and begins banging her rapier on her shield, and this glowwing does turn around toward her and growls. Looks like it's going to go in for a dive bomb on her. Here, Wraith.
Alex is not here
Okay.
because they're doing that dog thing. So
Well,
dog
it's the same
thing.
turn, so we can do Sissel.
Okay, well, I guess it's popping off now, huh?
it's
That's because Ellen had to shoot him.
Guess gotta shoot it.
weird how often Ellen's the one who breaks the element of like stealth or surprise.
I mean, he's dragging her off of the bridge.
I
What
know.
do you
I'm
want
not
her to
saying.
do?
I'm just saying it's a funny pattern. No, you did.
You guys buffed her with like 4 different buffs. What did you want him to do? You had to.
I don't know. Just give up. Let us
No.
go forward.
Nope. Nope.
Anyway.
All right, then I guess we're
so-
just gonna have to kill him.
Well, this
Well,
is just...
Mino
It's already
died,
looking
so-
really bad. Mito could have probably still taken it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, now that the glowworms are here, Sissel's going to hover up a little bit and actually kind of be over to the side here a little bit. And she's going to rub her hands together and make it rain acid.
Oh shit. Okay.
Right?
Yikes! That's
Uh,
big. Which two? Which ones are you
Yeah,
affecting?
these two glowwings. And
These two.
if
I
I
don't-
can, get a
I think he's too
fireman.
far down to get because
Okay.
he fell 30 feet.
All
Wouldn't
right.
that also hit Mido? I don't know if you want to
It
hit
would
Mido.
not
No,
hit Mido,
The
no.
two of them are down 30 feet, and the glowwings are hovering up 30 feet, so you
Okay.
can't get.
No, I'm
all
saying
of
you were trying to get
them. Okay,
the
so
guy.
you can get the two glowwings. Let's do. Okay, so one of them got a 19 on its dex save, the other one got an 8, so one failed, one succeeded. So I'll say the one on the right failed, so that takes the full brunt of that acidic explosion that detonates onto the bridge. The other one takes half damage.
All right.
As they're just slathered in acid and they start roaring, and they're looking very unhappy, and they fix their glowing blue eyes upon you.
Well, yep, they do. Hold on, my 5 key isn't working. What the fuck? Unlock.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to remember to subtract my spell point.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's Sissel's turn.
Yeah. Actually, Sis is gonna like scooch over here on the broom a little bit more, and then yeah.
Okay. All right. Since
Also
Alex is
displacing.
okay, yeah. Since Alex is back, I'm just gonna go over to Wilrid, who is gonna run up onto the bridge, and he is going to use his bonus action to cast a just look at the spell. He's going to use his bonus action to cast a 3rd level healing word on Mido.
Damn.
Oh nice.
So that is a total of. Ooh, that was a real. Oh wow. Okay, that was good. 17 points ahead. Healing.
Wow.
Ooh.
I rolled all 4s.
That's a lot better than wasn't he rolling really shit on healing before?
Yeah, he was.
That's
So
awful.
Mido, you get 17 points of health back, and then for his action, he's gonna channel divinity and try to frighten at least these 3. So they've got to do wisdom saves. DC 18, I believe. Okay, so that's a fail, and a fail. So they are all frightened. They're
Well, their turn. It's like
their
a
turn.
it's
Yes,
different.
their turn. It's
Slightly.
yeah, it's different from frightened. They can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just immediately. So they have to use a reaction to. I forget how to channel it.
I didn't. Forgot to open my cleric thing. Must make a okay.
So they failed the wisdom save, and
It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions.
I thought they also had to run.
For its action, it can only use the dash action to try to escape. The effect that prevents
Okay,
it
so
from-
that's on its action. So those 3 are affected.
Or no, it can only use a dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
I know, but that's on its action.
Yeah,
It's on
if
its
there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Okay, so that brings us to tackle.
Tackle.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, he's just gonna run up onto the bridge and just like start roaring and growling at the glowwings.
Okay, Mido, as you're plummeting downward with the Fire Rider in tow, what do you wish to do? You're currently still grappled. You would have to break free of it. That's all you can do. So
I need to roll concentration checks
for
for protection from evil and good.
oh yeah, you do. Okay, so Mido, give me an
15.
athletics check contested by his.
15 and 11.
Yeah, those both succeed, I think.
Because
think
10,
you-
right?
Yeah,
So-
10 is. Yeah.
What were the 2 attacks?
It
that I
was
told you?
14 and 18.
Yep.
So 10's the minimum, right?
10's the minimum, so you succeeded. So
Yeah,
you still
okay.
got protection of evil. Good up. He is going to. Okay, let me.
You're hasted, so you could use the one action to break free, and then you still use your 3 attacks, right?
Yes. Wow, I rolled really bad. That was a 14 total. So yeah, you break free. So
Oof.
as the Fire Rider is holding you, you flex your muscles and push away from his arms, and your wings immediately flare out as you break your descent. He continues falling. What do you wish to do? You still have
Attack
your-
of op-
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh.
the hasted action can only be used for attack, dash, disengage, or dodge, right? Or no, not even disengage. Attack, dash.
Well, then she could still attack once.
Yes.
If that's the case, you could use her main attack.
Yeah, it can only be used for dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So it does not count for breaking a grapple. So that would have been your main action. You still have your hasted action if you want to attack him. Yeah, that hits. Yes, you can.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. He's looking pretty haggard at this point, as parts of his armor are starting to fleck off, and his steel armor is looking very rough and scratched up by your attacks. He's just glaring daggers at you. Okay. On his turn, he is falling. He is going to... You see him reach behind himself. He pulls out what looks to be a hook on a chain, and he throws it at the Gloamwing.
Oh, shit. He's gonna
mount.
This fucking Monster Hunter
Does
shit.
he just do it automatically? Does he have to roll anything?
That's just an
Damn.
entry. So he does that.
How long is that chain?
I mean, it was like 15 feet. So he does that as part of his movement, and I would say that is his action.
Man, why'd he call the bats back?
Because he jumped off the bridge with Mito, and then Ellen reacted by shooting him because he jumped off the bridge with Mito while she was grappled, and it was more of a panic thing. And then once Ellen hit him and interference happened from outside of the duel, he roared and they came back.
So that's
now
actually
it's just sort of
his turn.
happening.
Yeah, that's actually his turn. Like, he can't really do anything else.
Should
Ellen.
we do Haraith?
Yeah, let's do Haraith because we missed Haraith.
Unless Haraith doesn't want to go.
Are the Gloamwings flying towards us in an aggressive manner now?
Yes,
Like,
they
They've
already
already-
attacked Goff.
They attacked Goff, and yeah, Sissel's already done damage to them.
okay.
Widowrid has turned 3 or 2 of them?
3 of them. 1, 2, and 3 are all being turned. So the rider leapt up onto the one that's not turned.
That just means they have to run away, right?
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But while they're running away for a minute, we don't have to worry about it.
Pretty much, unless you attack them, then they shake it off.
So which ones are turned? I can't. I didn't.
Let
okay.
me put an icon up.
I'm sorry. I don't. I don't. I
fine.
just want to know which one we need to worry. We can attack without breaking the.
The
turn.
one that the rider is on.
Okay, so the other ones are.
All turned.
Okay, sorry.
Their
I'm
turn.
gonna walk up to spot, and I think if I play a song, it can hit everybody except Ellen and Mito. I am going to pull out my my viol, and I'm going to play. The only fucking thing I can think of is thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening. I'm going to cast
That's so-
lightning bolt at the Gloamwing and
the rider.
and the Fire Rider.
Okay.
So that,
So they have to do dex saves.
yes.
Um,
Should miss everything else.
Okay, so
I mean,
Because-
even if Meadow is in the way, like Meadow
Meadow
won't
is
be in the
down
way
below.
because she's
Oh,
below.
true.
yeah. Okay, so let me look at because the rider, now that he's mounted this
Dexterity
Gloamwing,
saving throw,
can do
and
something.
The DC is 18.
18. I believe because of mounted combatant, because now he's mounted this thing, the mount has basically evasion on dex saves. So if he succeeds, he takes none.
The mount
Wow.
does?
Yeah,
But
that's
for
mounted
both of them?
combatant. No, he would still take the full damage, but because of his unique thing as rider archetype, he has advantage on that. So, what was this? Is a dex save, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fiery Rider has no bonus. Oh no, saving throws. Okay, so that's It does. It is saves. It does save for him. For the Gloamwing, I don't think it's gonna save. Let me check.
So he has evasion from it if he succeeds.
No. The Gloamwing does because it's his mount now, basically.
Okay, so does it automatically avoid all damage?
No, what happens is if it succeeds, it avoids all damage. If it fails, it takes half damage.
Okay.
It's like Rogue or
Yeah, I've never
Monk
played
evasion.
Rogue, so I don't fucking know.
So saving throw sticks. Okay, yeah, it's a 19, so it takes no damage.
Okay.
But he takes half damage. So roll your damage.
So he takes 14.
14. Yeah, he's still looking really rough at this point.
I will also play the attack song, which
Okay.
gives everybody +1 to hit.
+1
nice,
to hit.
Nice.
Okay, Ellen.
Well, this. Sure. Hang on. Is he? How far away is he? Okay.
Who are you targeting?
Okay. I have to
He's
move
like 70
closer.
feet away.
I have to move closer. So that's
Do you?
5.
Do you? You have sharpshooter.
No, but I can't see him.
Oh right.
But he's lit up, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He is.
he's lit up.
He's on
lit
fire.
up. You can
Never
see
mind. I can't. I was like, I can't. I was okay. Never mind. I'm. Where was I? I was here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I just realized that Wilbur can't see shit, so I don't know how he. Well, I'll allow him to cast the thing on Mido, and the other thing is just like an AoE effect. Anyway.
Instinctive. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just
Yeah.
guesswork.
Yeah. Okay, so Ellen, what are you doing?
Okay.
Echolocation.
Ellen is going to look up at the pretty lights, and then, well, whoops, and fire another. We're in this far,
Whoops, he says.
and then that's a 16 plus 11 to hit.
Yeah, it
that's
hits.
a 27.
Yeah.
So that's d6 5 plus 6 is 11.
11. Okay.
And then 76 sneak attack.
He's looking pretty rough at this point. You guys are just picking him apart. Yeah. So you knock another arrow and you take aim at this very obvious target and strike with true accuracy. And as your arrow hits him in the center of his plate armor, he lets out this horrible, furious roar, and you see the mane of fire that is his beard and his hair begin to flare out and look even larger.
Huh, don't like that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm hiding!
Oh
This
wait,
is-
never mind.
Cunning action to hide. Give me a stealth roll.
I hit him with that guiding bolt, right? So he had the advantage thing on him, but that's gone now because someone's already hit him, right?
Yeah, actually, Ellen, if you want to roll again, because that was the
Oh,
first
sure,
attack
if-
on. Actually, no, wait, hold on.
Was harassing an attack roll?
I don't. No, it's not
that
an
was
attack roll.
dex
Okay.
roll.
Okay, so Ellen, actually roll again because maybe you get a nat 20.
Wait, did Mido attack after I cast guiding bolt on him?
Yes, actually.
No, it was Mido who would have
No,
gotten
it was Mido, so Ellen didn't get anything.
So it's gone, but I'm sorry. I just remembered the effect was the thing that I should have.
That sucks because I did roll in that 20.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
alright. It's alright. You
I'm buying new dice.
you did good without the nat 20. It's okay.
I'm buying you new dice, Mel.
My stealth roll was a natural 17
Of
plus.
course it was. Does Mel roll below 15?
I have! I have this very session. It's on recording.
I know, I'm messing. Okay, so that's your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Danya... She can't do anything, really.
Does she have any like throwing stars or anything, or
Not really.
darts? Don't monks get darts?
I mean, she does get darts, but she doesn't carry any with her.
It's not an assassin. I'm just kidding.
I mean, she's used to being
I know.
melee, like Roscoe. So she is going to use...
Roscoe's defense, he doesn't have thumbs.
That's true.
Miss him.
I know. There's nothing really she can do. She moves up on the bridge.
Moral
That's about it.
support.
Yeah, that's about it. Goff.
I feel so weird about how this whole thing went, because I know where it was the intended. I know like how it was gonna be cool, but it kind of fell apart.
Well, it wouldn't have fallen apart, but Ellen got a little trigger happy.
It's okay. Honestly, number one priority in this entire fucking situation is Mito doesn't die. So as long as she lives, everyone lives, it's fine.
Mhm. It's your turn.
I know. I'm trying to decide if I want to focus on the dude or.
Well, you have two options. One is the dude and one is the mount he's riding, because the other three are being turned. Or you
They're
can heal
turned.
Mito.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit the mount
Okay.
with where's the thing? I guess I'm gonna throw another guiding bolt.
Okay.
Level 1.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Shit! Fell on the floor. Hold on. Didn't I roll a 17 last time? Jesus
I don't know.
Christ.
17 plus.
Like, what is it? Spell modifier and proficiency? So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, if,
27.
27. So,
Okay. Yep, that hits.
1, 6, 6, 2. 15?
15
15
damage.
radiant damage.
Okay.
the
Yeah,
mount.
15 radiant damage, and as your divine bolt strikes the glowing wing, much like his rider, he starts illuminating the general area too, as he's glowing now with this energy, making him an easy target for anybody who hits him. Okay, just want to see. All right, so on the glowing wing's turn, since that one's now his mount, doesn't get that turn. These three are still fleeing, so. They just start all flying out of the holes, basically.
Oh.
Back
So
you
they're
go.
basically off screen now.
Oh.
Okay, Berna.
Her one thing that she was gonna do stopped working because of the turn. So,
She can hold her action.
Yeah, I guess she's just gonna move off the bridge. Verna's very aggressive in her battle movements, right? That sounds right.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3. What's her movement? 30?
30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I guess she'll hold an attack action, but, why would this guy get into melee range of Verna from this position that we're in?
Yep. That's it.
And that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Verna can't do anything else.
I'll give it to Hiraeth then. What's Hiraeth doing?
But 1, 2, 3, 4. I will kind of like shrug. Not great at range, so I'll get my longbow out. And I'll
You do have advantage.
Oh shit! I haven't.
On the
used
glowing
it.
wing, yes.
Because of the on the mount. That's right. If you attack the guy, it won't work. But the mount has, because I put the guiding bolt thing on him.
Yeah, I'll attack the mount. Why not? If I see it's glowing, I'm gonna try to shoot it.
That's Goff's universal signal for fuck this thing up.
28 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, that does hit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a longbow, so it's not gonna do a lot of damage. Actually, I rolled an 8, so that's gonna be a 13 points of damage.
Nice. All right, as you knock an arrow and release it and strike this thing right in the throat, it's looking pretty bad.
I am a Valor Bard, so I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
Advantage is gone
That's
though.
yeah, it's a 20.
Yeah, it hits.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Yeah, this thing is looking torn up and pretty rough, as is
I
its rider.
will play the attack song again. Everybody
Okay.
gets +1.
Plus,
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm so used to being
Yeah, I
defense
forgot about
song.
it too.
okay. That brings us to this all.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna chromatic orb the Gloamwing.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little spelly.
As you are looking to target the Gloamwing, he's going to use his mounted combatant feat to basically swing the Gloamwing so that he takes the hit instead,
Oh.
and that so he takes that damage instead.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Well, heck.
It's looking pretty bad now, but it was either that or he plummets. So
This is, at this point, it's picking one of two evils for him.
yeah. That brings us to Wilrid, who can't see anything.
He can see
no.
I mean, he can see the lit up guy.
He can see the lit up guy. I'm gonna see if he has anything at range that he can attack with, because a lot of his
he has Sacred
abilities.
Flame.
I think so. I don't think he has Guiding Bolt. I thought
If he has Sacred Flame, he can do that, but that does have a dex save, and this mounted stuff might make it so that doesn't hit. But
No, the mounted stuff is for. Oh wait, no.
if it's for save, it's like because it was
Yeah,
like
but Sacred Flame, I think if they
it's a dex
they
save.
make it, they don't take any damage.
That's true.
So
I
it's-
know what he's
it's-
gonna do. He's.
What?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I don't like the way you're laughing.
I don't like this.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know what you're thinking.
I don't. What? Is he gonna polymorph it or something?
Do it!
Oh
I just need to see what
no.
the save is. I think it's Charisma. Or no, it's Wisdom.
Oh, is it?
It's
Okay.
Wisdom. Yep, so he is gonna polymorph the Gloamwing.
Oh my god.
He's gotta make a Wisdom save DC 18, I think. Yeah, DC 18. That is a 2.
Oh.
So the Gloamwing, you see this horrible, large, leathery bat, like creature with a rat face, instantly just vanish as it is polymorphed into the shape of a small rat,
No!
plummeting, as does its rider.
Oh boy.
Rider now no longer has a mount and is just plummeting through the air. Actually, we missed Tackle somehow. I don't know how he got out of the turn order, but does
Oh.
Tackle want to do anything, or is he just gonna
Tackle
like...
can't really do much, so.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
I'm just kind of hanging with Tackle. And
I'm going to say into the earring, are we trying to save his body like the other
yes.
one? Okay.
Okay.
So this one got shrunk down to a little rat. Mito, it's your turn.
You showed the icon.
Yeah. It'd actually be smaller than that. It'd be tiny
Glow
size. So
rat.
it'd be like this.
Rat.
Gloam
Yes, he is falling toward the poisonous lake below. You have your wings.
Yeah.
You're.
He's looking really rough at this point.
Okay, I should stop that, huh?
You have a hasted action.
You do have your hasted action.
You can dash with it,
How is
yeah.
her race spell points? 'Cause I can't see them.
Why can't
Fine.
you see them? Let me.
I just want to know if they're like if she's
Here, now you can see.
I have 64.
Okay. I was just curious how the parties do in terms of resources.
I thought I had activated bars for everybody.
Yeah, it was just Wraith I couldn't see on. Everyone else is fine.
Oh, okay.
Wraith was being sneaky.
Okay. Yeah. What are you asking me?
I think the answer is it's possible, but probably not a good idea.
It'll be more difficult. I mean, the thing is, he's undead, so he doesn't take any damage from poison.
He'll
So
just
his,
be in
his
there.
body will be fine. It'll just be difficult to retrieve it for you, being mortal. Okay. Okay. So are you attacking him, or are you just trying to grapple him? Okay, give me an athletics check. That is a 15 total, so you beat him.
Ooh, barely.
I rolled a 5. So you dive bomb down at him and grab him in his big bear hug as he is falling. You now have him. That constitutes one of your 3 attack actions if you want to take the other 2 for any
does
reason.
grapple count as just one of the attack actions?
Yep.
Shit. I thought it was like it consumed all. It was like in replacement of all attack.
I'm pretty sure anything like a shove attack or anything like that, or
Oh.
only takes the roll of one of your attacks.
Huh. Wow.
Okay, so as you're attacking him, so yeah, roll your attack. You have 2 attacks remaining. That hits. So you still have your
Fireball.
and your firebolt and your 2d6 from. Whoa! Holy
Whoa!
I think he's. Is that
Hey.
dude still alive?
Mito, as you dive bomb down, your wings flaring out behind you as you soar downward through the air toward this poisonous lake, coming into contact with Fire Rider as you grapple him within your arms, the fire from his mane burning and singeing the side of your face a little bit. You raise your rapier up high and strike down. How do you want to do this? Okay. Oh, okay. So, as you hold him in your grasp and raise your rapier up high, you strike down straight toward his unprotected neck, the rapier striking straight and true, just like his paladin companion. And as it penetrates into his throat, the firebolt goes off inside of his neck and just detonates outward, sending his head lolling back from the impact. The blue glow in his eyes fades, and he is limp in your arms as you rush back to the bridge and throw him down onto it, his body coming to a rest on the stone with a clatter. His Gloamwing continues plummeting toward the river, where, with a ploop, it falls into the water and starts rushing away down.
Oh.
You have the body of the fire rider lying there before you.
Well done.
Nice job.
From where I'm standing, if I move up a bit on the bridge, can I see the other side of the bridge? Like, is there like a room we could go into, or like a cavern that
There's
doesn't?
there's a hallway that seems to lead down into the dark.
Is it narrow enough that those things could follow us in?
They can follow
God
you.
damn it! I just want to find a place where we can avoid dealing with those things for a second, because they're gonna come back.
Does anybody
Well.
have anything they can use to block the entrance?
We need to deal with this.
I can put up a wall temporarily,
We
but
need to deal with this with freeing him. If you'd be able to, Haraith.
Oh
But
yeah,
I do not
sure.
want to deal with those things when they come back, when Wilred's turn has worn.
well,
We need to
let's...
find a way to make ourselves
Well,
safe.
it's almost done, so I recommend we keep moving, yeah?
Yep.
Can I cast Dispel Magic? Am I trying to do
You
that right?
could, if you want to. You're still all exposed on this bridge.
Wait.
You have maybe 30 seconds before this thing, and any talking that happens in character is going to eat into that. So
Yeah,
just
I've
keep
got
in
the
mind.
wall. Let's go.
Can I
Let's go.
cast
Let's go.
on the run?
You can, yeah.
It's verbal and somatic.
Take 6
Wait.
seconds.
Wait,
Yeah.
just
We don't really have time
Let's-
to wait.
You don't have time to wait. You already see Wilrid running.
no. Don't try and we will dispel this when we have a moment.
Okay.
Let us get off of this bridge.
You have about 20 seconds.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
As I
Alan has been double dashing.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
How
So you
wide
all
is-
race
I'll,
across the bridge.
I'll pick up the body.
You race across the bridge. You hoist the body.
I'm helping
So-
Goff stuff the body into the bag.
No, I'm not putting this one in the bag too. This is
As you're all racing across the bridge, and in the distance, the echoing down those various pockets and corridors, you hear the glowwings beginning to return. They're still a little bit ways off. I'd say as you're rushing into this dirt tunnel that seems to snake and wind downward into the darkness,
cautiously
I
rushing.
want all of you to make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Perception.
Come on.
Baby.
Ooh.
I got a big number.
I
Oh.
didn't.
A 30.
Oh, what the
Whoa.
fuck?
Wow.
Wraith, you're leading the charge, and you immediately notice off to the side there seems to be a little alcove or side path that maybe leads into a smaller tomb area that is narrow and small enough that these things could not follow you in there.
Here, over here, and I'll kind of like reach out and like grab probably Wilrid and Verna by the elbow and pull them towards it because they probably can't see.
Okay. Good. Let us wait for a moment. I want if you can free him.
So you come to rest
Okay.
in this dead end tomb. It's a small alcove that houses just a single stone coffin. Does not seem to have been disturbed.
Everyone just pay respect to the environment. Touch anything.
Alright, I will cast Dispel Magic at the 3rd level.
I will give
Roll,
guidance.
please. Oh, yeah. If you want to give a guidance to that.
Is that like a plus?
Plus
Plus
four.
a
Plus a D4.
What do I add? My charisma?
Just your spellcasting ability modifier, which is just your charisma bonus.
I'm pretty sure I did pretty good. 26.
26.
Damn.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
I
You
rolled
didn't
a
even need the
19.
guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than enough. As you lay your hands toward the fiery rider and cast this dispelling magic, the necromantic hold that is over this dwarven form finally gives up, and the fiery beard and hair that's cascading down Angus the Bloody Cleaver's face finally extinguishes itself and returns to a normal, a normal corpse. And you see the body exhale as a mist escapes from its mouth, and then slowly coalesces into a spirit that hovers there before you. And you see before you a finely decorated dwarven man in plate armor that shines, hoisting a lance in one hand with a battle axe over his back, and he is looking down at you, and he is smiling.
Sorry about the dishonor there.
Well, you do what you have to do.
You said you would kill her. I could not allow that to happen.
She slew my comrade, and that was all I could think of.
Well,
I understand, but
if it's any consolation, we were able to free him in the same manner.
we did, and he asked that we free you as well, and your other two friends. I know this battle is not how you wanted it to be, but is how it had to be.
Velis waits below. As for Edmund, he is gone.
What do you mean?
He has taken an army, and he marches south
Gods.
toward the keep.
Voldheim? Is that the key?
Yeah.
Oh.
The Hall of Heroes lies just beyond this corridor. Velis is there, as is the gnome. Tread carefully. If this stone that he possesses could do this to us, it could do anything.
Indeed.
Well, is there anything that you could tell us? Something that could dismantle this army? How many there are?
Hundreds, maybe 1,000. I don't know of what for.
There never has to be
And I
a
don't
reason.
think the necromancer knows either.
They never really know. They're always twisted. Guided by some sick impulse. No reason behind it.
I am not so sure with this one. Be wary of the stone.
Can it be destroyed, do you think?
I don't know. It is unlike any magic I have ever seen. Maybe the necromancer knows something. We can get it out of him.
Who knows something?
The
The
necromancer.
necromancer.
Alright.
Thank you for suffering our methods, even if they were unfair in some way. But we will return your body to where it was once lied, and you will see your brother Thaddeus soon. Then after, the rest.
I go now to Isgard. To fight.
He closes his eyes.
Rest well. May you never be disturbed again.
His form just dissipates to the darkness around you.
Another one down.
Bum 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 ba-dum.
Makes me feel sick. Glad to set free them, but being here, I haven't felt this uncomfortable in a long time. I don't know how we're going to deal with all of these dead. This is worse than I could have ever dreamed.
We'll find a way. For now, let's focus on taking down these other two.
Ooh, you two have your counter spells?
I sure do. I'm
Well,
going to want to be stay
who-
close to
who
my
is-
caster.
he said Edmund was the one who was gone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Edmund
think
is the
he's here.
necromancer, right?
No, Edmund
No.
is the sickly rider.
Oh.
Oh,
The necromancer is Odin Riftwhistle, the guy you were pursuing a bounty on.
well,
Right.
thankfully it sounds like, thankfully in some way it sounds like the wizard is not here. The one that nearly killed us.
Well,
I almost wish he
but-
was.
Goff, can you send a message to who was it who we replaced, the guy that we replaced in Voldheim Keep?
It's a good question. What was his
Oh
name?
yeah, I have the names. I'm sure of it.
So, could you send a message to him? Make sure he knows that there's an entire undead army on his way. We're trying to, but it's best that he be prepared and not be caught unaware.
Hold on. I'm trying to find this. Oh my god, how far back was that? Okay,
This
so
was back. Oh, this was a long time ago.
this was before we went to the islands. This was before we dealt with the orcs.
Yes.
Yeah, before it was on the way to deal with the orcs.
My notes are very bad. I can't.
Yeah, mine are not organized. Was it before or after the thicket?
After.
Okay. I just love the parts where I didn't take notes because I was so involved in what was going on that all I wrote down was just a lot of stuff happened or it's all fucked. So I don't even know exactly what that was about.
It was the day that you and Hide
I don't think I wrote any
traumatized
notes
yourself
about. Oh wait,
forever. Remember pushing the guy into a vat of acid?
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
have
Listen.
I have the name Firmia, but that's that's from that guy's past. And then
Yeah.
after that, I have notes about the orcs, so I actually don't have their names. Shit.
Uh,
I remember there was like there was a lady who had
there was a
bombs.
cool orc lady.
Right, and then there was
And
like
then the other guy was like a master of disguise elf guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that we need to contact.
If you look for bowls, maybe it
I'm looking for it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So the orc was Garol Helfang, and the elf was Erig Galathiel.
we met him, right?
Yes.
So I'd be able to message him. Okay.
Mhm.
Do I know if he's still? I mean, I wouldn't know if he's still there or not.
You know that no, he's not there anymore because you know this from the time skip narrative that Land Voldheim, who was the guy he was disguising himself as, quote unquote, passed away, and the military basically took over the whole area, and is now caring for the citizens.
Well, I don't think he's there anymore, but I could send him a message and see if he could contact someone. Should I do that? Hello? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's just.
That sounds.
Okay, if it can save anyone, every bit counts.
Yeah, as
gonna-
long as they have time, like, if we give them warning, that'll be better than nothing.
Hopefully, we're getting to them before anything's already gone, as something else has. Okay, 1 second.
Meanwhile, in Voltime Keep, everyone's posting the great googly moogly. It's all good.
I'm gonna send a message to what was his name, the elf?
Erig Galathiel.
Eric. Okay, I'm gonna send. I'm trying to think because I always feel like I need to explain things, but I can't because there's not enough space. So,
Big undead army. Stop.
if you can, send a warning to Voldheim. An undead army is marching towards there this very moment. Sorry for. Or never mind. That's it.
After a moment, he says, "Is this a prank? Who is this? No matter. I'll let someone know."
I forgot he's never heard me talk before. Shit, I should have said it's Goth of the Blue Hearts. I don't want to waste words. I hate this limit. It's stupid spell word limit's dumb. Anyway,
You can reply to this message.
it costs spell
fine,
points.
it's over.
It shouldn't have a limit in the first place. Anyway. Okay. Well, once again I don't know how to word these spells, but he said he's going to let someone know. Okay.
Well, that's
So-
the best we can hope for. All right.
We have a moment, just this brief moment, but I need some peace of mind. Give me a moment. I'm gonna cast divination.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit for a second and just close my eyes, take a deep breath. And I'm gonna reach out and request, I'm gonna ask. Is there something we're missing? Something that we could find?
It has to be a yes or no question.
I know. I'm still trying to ask it like a yes or no question.
Okay.
That could lay low this undead army marching towards Voldheim, the undead army at the barrows. Is there something outside of direct confrontation? Is there something that is there something that could destroy them all at once?
That's your question.
Yes.
As you close your eyes and you ruminate on this question, and your vision and your mind seems to go to an otherworldly plane, a tranquil grove with a pool in the middle as you focus on the ripples in the water and you hear your deity's voice. As you ask your question, is there anything that could lay this this army low in a single blow? And you hear her gentle voice say, there is.
Sorry.
All signs point to yes.
It's basically a magic 8-ball. That's exactly what divination is.
My greatest respect, Grove Mother. And I will release myself from that. And I will open my eye and... there's hope. I do not know what it is, but something can stop that army. We just have to find it. Noth guides us. I know we have much to do, but there is weight lifted and I feel lighter. Whenever we're ready. I am prepared.
Right then, well, if we're gearing up for a confrontation with our little necromancer friend here, do we need to prepare for anything? Do we need to rest up? I assume they likely have heard the commotion from out here.
Did those beasts go past this room, or like what happened with them? Are they just still back in where we came from? Did we hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Just Goff?
I mean, anyone probably.
Anyone who's interested.
I'm always interested.
Goth is the one who asked the question, but I mean, if
didn't do super great. It's 14.
If Alan thought of the same thing, I'm sure. Yeah, 14.
14.
You can hear the distant sound of flapping wings from the chamber that you just exited.
15 plus 10, 25.
Same thing.
Okay.
Well, however we proceed, we'll need to be wary in mind of what's behind us. Hopefully there's some kind of passage or narrow entrance ahead that will once again keep them away. But what we have this moment, take what you need. I don't think we should linger for too long. Who knows what that necromancer is doing?
Indeed. Let's...
I'm thinking more of your friend here.
And he points over to Mido.
He took a little bit of a beating.
You
Right.
okay then, Mido?
Come here, and I'll step over to Mido
Does
and...
anyone have a potion?
Oh, what for?
For Mido.
Instead of wasting magic on it.
Well, suppose, yes.
You guys have.
I have...
potions.
Whoa... Oh, I actually don't have... I have a lesser healing potion.
I gave a
Graders.
potion to
I had a
somebody.
greater, but I didn't... I must
I
have...
gave
unless
a
we...
greater healing potion to
Probably
somebody.
have something. I have a greater healing potion. I'll
The
give it
last
to
time
her.
we talked about this,
I
you
have
guys...
2 greater healing
Yeah, there we go.
potions.
There we go.
I have it labeled as 0 in my inventory, so I don't want to... I don't...
Yeah,
So
Mido
does
has two-
Mido.
Mido has 2
Oh,
greater
I'm
healings
not
as
going to
well.
give her my greater healing potion.
Mido just starts looking, like everyone starts looking for their potions, and Mido's just like, oh yeah, and then pulls 2 potions off.
Mhm.
Is that both of them that you're doing?
Might... Okay,
No,
by the
no,
way...
No,
that's
this
one.
is just one of them. Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, that's a greater healing. But just as a brief step back in time to how you want to do this, I just want to say Mido with wings is super fucking good. I just want to point
Yeah.
because I had a
So
really good I had like a visual of her like a fucking dive bomb with this the rapier stab
kind
with a
of-
joust kind of thing.
What kind of wings did Mido say she had?
Probably I don't know.
They're either bird or bat wings.
They can
Well-
only be one or the other.
Yeah.
I think.
I thought that you decide what they look like.
Yeah, they're
You
either
can.
bird or bat wings.
I mean, they could be insect wings.
No, they can't.
No,
It's bird or bat
what did
wings.
Mido? Ellen's asking what did Mido choose? I guess is the question. Was
Yeah.
it bird or bat wings? I was imagining.
And they
bat
can
wings,
be
but-
different colored bird wings. Like they don't have to be like one color.
black. Red.
Red bird wings.
Nice. Red like fire.
Fire.
She still has
The
them
way you
up right
said
now.
I don't know why I said.
Oh.
Oh, no!
no.
Unexpected heart wrench. Jesus.
Ah.
They're still active too. She's kind of like folded them around herself.
Well, we shouldn't. You know what? I'd say it's best if tip top. I'm gonna, even with the potion, I'm gonna use my staff to cast Cure Wounds on Mido.
At this point, what spells have faded it from Mido? So if you did your divination, that's like a 10-minute cast, isn't it?
Divination is an instant.
Haste
Oh,
has
is it?
fallen off at some point.
So at this point, yeah, haste has fallen off. I'd say,
Protection from evil and good lasts 10
fallen off.
minutes.
yeah. So if haste has fallen off, protection has fallen off. So there goes the snail of Eldeath, and there goes the haste.
Oh,
The wings are still up, and the death ward's still up.
I'm gonna.
Mido has like a moment of severe dissociation, then comes back.
Snelldeath. The snail
Snail that.
Snaildeath.
I'm gonna do the Cure Wounds thing.
Okay.
It's normally a D8, so
What level are you doing it at?
I'm gonna do it third level.
Okay.
So 3 charges. Shit!
Were they bad?
No, the
More?
dice fall off the thing.
Okay.
5, 7, 7, 14, 19 plus 5, 24.
24
Damn.
hit points. That's pretty good.
24 hit points, and I use 3 charges of staff.
Mido's almost filled up. So Mido, you got 24 hit points back.
Oh, where's my staff thing? Where is it? Oh, there it is.
There you go.
I'll kind of tap the staff on the ground and do that, and then need you. Top form. Not done yet. Well done out there. I think the wings suit you. Goff just kind of does a little like a little grunt chuckle, whatever the fuck you call that.
Grunkle.
Right, well,
Grunkle, Gruckle,
Oh, Grunkle stand.
Gruckle stand.
right then. Well, if the cardio is over, perhaps we should be onward. Get this over with. If there's any preparation you wish to make.
Well, we got
I thought we would like to get out of this sick fucking place as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'd
move
rather
on.
do that.
I think I could. I think I could have you beat for desire to get the hell out of this place. But all right. Is there anything else anyone needs to do? Otherwise, we should move and maybe move quietly. Don't want those things to follow us.
Mm.
Does Ellen's thing, the pass without a trace, is that like whenever? Or is it one? How often can she do
It's
it?
an
once
hour
per-
and once a day.
Yeah, so at this point,
It's probably gone.
probably gone, I'd say.
Probably like
You were
we
using
started
it.
like outside.
Has it been an hour since we started? Since we
Yeah,
started?
it has been about an hour since you guys came in here. And
Shit. Well,
Sorry guys, my magic's tapped out.
well.
Well, that's no matter. I can handle it.
Oh.
Huh?
actually, hold on. Is it him or is it Danya who can do it? Hold on. Because one of them actually has Pass Without a Trace. I know that Danya
Oh,
definitely
it's probably him because Jester can do it. Trickery Cleric.
Yep, so actually both of them.
Oh, well,
Well,
shit!
We have
Just
so
keep,
many
just keep
options.
layering those motherfuckers. Just like, yeah, just rotate
no,
them.
Tanya, not Tanya. Isn't dark vision concentration?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yes, Tanya. Yes,
It's
Tanya.
just a buff. So either I can use a second level spell slot with Wilred to do it, or I can use 2 key points from Danya to do it.
How many? Who has more shit? Who
Wilred
has-
has 59 spell points right now out of his.
I think
Out of his
Danya.
83, and Danya has 11 key points out of her 13.
I feel like Do you guys feel like Danya should cast it? Because Wilred's healing might be more important.
Shrug.
Probably.
Shrug emoji, probably.
Is it a second level or third level?
It's a second level,
Does
so
he
it's
have
cost
it?
like 3 points.
It's only 3 point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
It's if he used it, it would be one less. Like, actually, what other spells does he have at second level? It'd be one less. Like,
no spiritual. I mean, no spiritual weapon.
he could use a hold person or a spiritual weapon or a blindness deafness in exchange for that.
It doesn't. Just you're
or an upright
just. I mean,
he's he's the one who said it, so I'm going to say he.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't think in character we would debate it this much.
So as you all get ready to move again, Wilred casts Pass Without a Trace.
Good. We're just a little bit too rowdy, I think, to do without such things.
So Pass Without a Trace is once more active. What do you wish to do as you are getting done with your little rest here in the?
It's not very long. It's not like a short rest, right?
You only spent like 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, because we don't want to waste too much time. I'm gonna drink the lesser healing potion I have.
Okay.
Because I just have that and I forgot. I may as well.
Sure. 2d4 + 2. You just roll it in.
3, 4, 7, 9.
9.
Okay, 9. I'm gonna just swig that really quick and. What does Elixir of Health do again? I always forget what that thing does.
Oh.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
I think it dispels.
It
like,
dispels
poison or
diseases, I
something.
think.
It cures any disease. Okay, so it's basically just like a status cure item. Okay.
Yeah, cures that and also blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah. Okay. I just noticed
Not really useful for the moment.
No, I just noticed I have one. That's one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I guess I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm ready.
Right. So.
And maybe move up near the front as usual and keep an eye out. Things we cannot see. Someone I can help. I'm gonna take Angus's body, and I'm gonna take some cloth I've got from somewhere. I probably have cloth just like as a material for whatever purpose, like for camp or whatever. And like I'm gonna wrap him up like I did with Thaddeus, the body, and I'm gonna put it in the bag, I guess.
I think you're coming to the capacity of the bag. Because you now have 2 bodies in there. Let me see what the weight.
Or I can just carry it.
I'm just saying. Let me see what the weight limit of the bag is. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, and I'd say between the 2 of these and their plate armor, you're getting dangerously close to that. Plus all the other stuff, like all your gold and all the other stuff.
I'll just carry him.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably better that way because I think actually.
Well, I still wrap him up.
Yeah, I think because of all your other stuff plus the other body, like it probably would exceed 500 pounds and it would rip.
Sure. Yeah. So I'll just wrap him up and then I'll sling him over my shoulder, and if there's anyone who needs a guide, but Mildred.
Right. Well, I'll follow your lead.
And I guess So whenever we're all ready to meet Mosey.
As you all cautiously and quietly make your way back out of this dead-end tomb and back into the main corridor, to your right you hear the sound of the flapping of the glowing wings from the other chamber you just came from. I need everyone to make stealth checks. Keeping in mind you have +10.
Oh, baby. Natural 20.
Damn.
That's a 34, fam.
Holy shit.
Ooh, boy.
For me, that
Danya got a
18 plus
Berna.
15 is 33 plus 10 is 40.
Does Verna, who is it? Was it Verna or Mito who had something that, that prevented disadvantage? Oh, Verna has the eye armor, right?
Yeah,
She has that
Verna
armor
has the
that.
armor. Mito was just getting enhance ability before.
That second roll was tackles.
Okay. So I'm just doing the rolls for Danya and Wilred.
Well, Verna's is only 16.
Okay, so with Pass Without a Trace, Danya is 26. Wilred is wow, he rolled a natural 19, so that is a total of 33 for him. Or 32. Okay, so 32, 26 for them. Goff got a 16.
No, I got a 20.
No, that's Verna.
Oh, that's Verna.
I roll.
Verna
I put stealth 20.
Verna got a 16. Crystal 22. Ellen 40.
I didn't roll the net 20.
So the second one's tackle with a 32 total, or is that already with a plus 10? Okay. Harry 34. I need Mito.
Mito's BRB.
Oh, well.
Lauren said BRB, and she hasn't said anything since.
This is important because this is, Mito's typically the one that I'm going to do it for. Still. 12.
Uh-oh.
It's 12 total.
It's just like I know that it's disadvantaged, but I feel like even when Verna and Mito roll stealth rolls, even
they don't have.
like,
she doesn't have a bonus.
Right, the numbers are always just so low.
It's
just
bad luck. It's just bad luck. So they have. Okay.
Can I do guidance for Mito? Can I give her a D4? Like, can I just try and amend this horrible situation?
Okay. So
Ooh, okay. That's the same as Verna.
Yeah, so it's actually just enough. Okay, yeah, good. So as you begin to sneak your way back into the adjoining tunnel and making your way down into the darkness, you hear the sound of the glowwings from the other chamber kind of flapping about and poking around and sniffing and looking for signs of intruders, but they can't find anything. They don't. They seem to be unaware of your trail. The way you went. All right. So, as beyond this tunnel that snakes downward into the dark, you delve deeper and deeper into these tombs. The sound of the poisonous rushing waterfall receding behind you. And up ahead, you spot what looks to be a set of heavy metal doors. And above them, you see words in common carved into the stone that read, Hall of Heroes. What do you do?
So we're at the door, like we're in front of it, or is it in the distance?
You're in front of well, it's still like 15 feet off, but you see these large metal doors that are probably like 20 feet tall. Think like big Skyrim doors, basically. Big Skyrim metal doors.
Is it the only way forward? There's no branching path?
Yeah, this is the end of the path.
Well, he wasn't lying.
I guess we get ready for anything?
Seems the only way we can go in is through the front door where they're expecting it.
Well, might as well brace it.
Wait.
Tanya.
Wait. I put up my wall. My Walden wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Good thinking.
Ellen, so you take out the Walden window and you place it on the metal frame and you gaze within. Your vision only goes about 60 feet in the dark vision. So as you peer through this opening, you see a room on the other side. The walls are lined on either side with alcoves housing coffins. It's pitch black in this other room as well. Not a single spot of light. You spy shapes moving in the dark, and at first you're kind of confused because it looks almost as if like a wall is shifting, but then as you kind of take in the size of what you're looking at, you realize that what you're seeing closer to the door, guarding this corridor that leads out into the larger room of the Hall of Heroes, you see these gargantuan skeletons, maybe 15 feet in height, and these creatures look as if they're hewn from the living forms of hill giants long dead. Their towering forms adorned in rusty metal armor and titanic steel battle axes gripped in their bony fingers. And beyond that, at the bottleneck from this corridor to the larger room, you see a pair of bone jailers. Their blue glowing eyes from their sockets, really the only thing visible in the pitch darkness. And a little further back from them, at the very edge of your vision, pacing back and forth, you spot a figure clad in black steel, and you recognize this woman as the Pale Rider, Velis Arandir, who is patrolling seemingly impatiently. And she continually looks over her shoulder to something just out of the view of your vision. You can't quite make out.
Okay, so, situation. Big boy skeletons, Pale Rider. Pale Rider is the ranger, right?
Yep.
Pa-
You all can see this too. Like, you can look through the
Oh,
window.
yeah. I'm just gonna be like, okay, skeletons, Pale Rider, she's looking at something right there, see? See, there.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps looking over her shoulder. Sissel's like, yeah, I can see.
Doesn't? Yeah, that's right. She can.
Yeah.
Uh,
I, a person with dark vision, can see that.
Alright.
that's why I had the mask made. You see. Maybe we can make you one. Would you like a mask? I had quite fun making it. This is not the time. I'll ask you later.
Right. Let's.
God recently got really excited for a wood carving project, and then he's like, "Oh wait, shit! No, I can't focus on that right now."
Oh my god, a cool witch mask for Sissel.
I know.
Yes!
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, anyway. It's a very tense moment. Let's get back to it. Goff Swanson. Alright.
Okay, well, I don't think there's any way we're going to get into that room and not deal with all of the nonsense on the other side.
I don't know if it would help, but Danya, you said you can make puddles of silence, right?
Yeah,
Could
yeah.
quiet the door.
I
They
can,
might
yeah.
still see it, but
Yeah, I can.
I mean,
I
if
can
they're
also
watching the
create
door-
I can also create darkness. Magical darkness.
no,
That
just
could be useful.
Would darkness impair the undead?
Yeah, it's magical darkness. Nobody can see through it
Oh.
unless they have. Even I can't see through it.
yeah, but if we step into it, we won't be able to see.
Right? Could help. I mean, there's a lot of spells that rely on being able to see. Could protect us.
It could be a place to hide.
We could leave it here by the door, just in case somebody needs to retreat.
It could also be
I can only cast one or the other though. If we're gonna do that here.
Maybe we can try
If-
the silence first and then the darkness?
I feel
Well,
like
the silence I
silence
feel
is-
is more useful.
I don't wanna do more than one.
Ah,
If
Are
I
the
do more
are
than
the
one,
skeletons? Sorry, go ahead.
If I do more than one, I won't have enough juice if I need to stun anything or get away from danger.
That's
That
fine,
makes
right?
sense.
Are the big skeletons that are close to the door? Are they looking at the door?
They are facing one another. They're kind of staring straight ahead. They're kind of like
Towards the door, towards which direction?
towards
are they
each other.
staring?
So like you have this
So-
long corridor, and the door is where you guys are, and these skeletons are like 15 feet off, and they're kind of like
Oh,
positioned
okay.
facing one another with their battle
I thought they
axes.
were right up against the door.
No.
Well,
And then a little further back, you see like these bone jailers that are guarding some steps, and then you see a platform, and then you saw the
oh, so this is like a narrow corridor.
Pale Rider marching back and forth, and there's like a wider room out here, and you can't really see beyond where she is.
Hmm.
I mean, there are some like little platforms up here. It's not like a narrowish corridor. You can see there's like alternate ways to go and hide, but
If we could silence the door and open it quietly, the jailers might. No, we don't. I don't know what it's called, jailer. The bone jailers are looking at the door, though, right?
yes. But
Those-
yeah, they have dark vision too, I think. Look it up.
Probably.
Yeah, they are staring straight at the door.
I think that silence would only help so much, and that it would prevent everything from immediately knowing, but those things up there, they would see it. They're looking right at the door.
Hmm.
The
Maybe,
darkness could give us an advantage of not being seen, but it also would mean that we would...
Someone might also notice the darkness. It's kind of...
Well, I think if we're opening the door without silencing it, they're going to hear us. Those things are going to see us regardless. If we put the darkness up...
Is there a gap under the door of any sort?
Like a small gap, maybe like quarter of an inch.
Okay.
Perhaps we
Could
don't...
have a distraction.
Maybe we don't need Danya to use those things right now. Maybe she could hold her silent ability for when she sees the necromancer. Try to put him in one of those and make him move.
Yeah, that might be.
It might give us a few seconds that we need.
Goff, does your vine
Very.
bind people, or does it just drag people in?
Let me check.
Just drags them in. You can't really
Let
restrain
me double
anybody with it.
I
check.
think it just pulls it towards the point
Yeah,
of origin.
it's not a restraining thing.
Bollocks.
Grasping vine. Yeah, there's no restraint condition with that. It's just it pulls them 20 feet toward the vine.
But I also, yeah. Well, I mean, there was that time that I used it and it restrained that one guy, but that might have been just more of an error development. When we caught that guy who was running away, and we
I don't think he was restrained. You just pulled them
the
back.
way you described it was that he was hanging upside down
I don't
from
know
the
who we're
vine.
talking about.
It was the sleazy guy, the detective that we caught.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
And he was running away in an apartment building, and then I used the vine to
Narrative,
catch him, and then he
narrative.
was hanging. Okay, I didn't know if that was a real thing or if that was just
No.
Hey.
okay.
Hey. So we're going to end up fighting these guys anyway, right?
Yes.
Would it help
We
if they
probably
were
have to.
facing another direction when you guys came in?
Of course it would help. I don't know.
Maybe.
I can make a distraction.
Well, maybe what kind of distraction, Sissel?
I can slip through the door and get their attention and start running
By
around.
yourself? You're going to put yourself
Or-
between the
Actually,
rider.
I'm
Headache,
worthy.
Headache, you can see a point here, right? You can cast illusion at a point you can see.
Yes.
Why not? I gesture through the window, the Walden window. Distraction?
Okay. Now that's
I
smart.
can do that.
But what do we do after the distraction? What is the?
Attack.
We just run in and start swinging, and do we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all we need is a moment of.
Do we want to try
Them-
to focus? Or do we want to try to all kind of pile our efforts into one at a time and remove these elements out of the way, and then deal with the rider and the necromancer afterward,
That sounds like a plan.
or at least try that before
I
things get
don't
into.
like turning my back on any spellcaster.
That's
Well,
true. I can
I
stay
don't-
close.
Well, people who can, if you want to try and lock them down in your own way, then you can deal with them. But
As you're watching through the Walden window, you notice for a moment that the rider stops and is again looking over her shoulder away from the door toward something that's just out of view, and she seems to lean closer in a menacing manner and speak to somebody. And
menacing,
that's
like she's hostile towards it.
like she's trying to intimidate whoever you can't quite see, and then she goes back to walking back and forth.
What in the hells? I don't know if we have much more time. I don't want to see what happens if we take too long. I think
Okay. Headache, can you make the illusion that of the cleansed, one of the other cleansed heroes, like in the cleansed form, and make them be all come back to the light?
If it's
Nah.
possible, do you think you could make it in the direction that, so that they're not facing the door?
Yeah.
Which
Is that
side
possible?
of the door are we on?
Huh?
Oh,
You're
in
on
this
this
drawing.
side. You're on over here.
Oh, okay.
Before we do all of this, so I know what I have in my notes about this woman is that she is a ranger from Wild Hollow, and that her name is Velisar Undir. Did we learn anything else from Thaddeus about this person? Was it just that?
Velis the True Arrow, and she was one of the 4 heroes who beat back the orc incursion, the war horde that was attacking the Vale and trying to take it over.
Okay, so we basically just have general information that she was the hero. We don't have like, okay.
So, I'm just trying to understand where the enemies are. So there are 2 things here.
So there's 2 gargantuan
Jailers.
skeleton giants that are standing facing one another right here.
Okay.
Here. Then there's 2 bone jailers who are facing toward the door. And then the Pale Rider is pacing back and forth on a platform up here, and she keeps stopping to speak to someone who's just out of your dark vision range to see.
Okay.
Are the sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to get ready to go, so if you wanted
Are
to...
are the 4 undead before that in front of the closest to us? Are they all close enough to each other that Sissel or could reasonably acid ball all 4 of them?
Let me look.
Like Goff seeing his Sissel acid ball stuff, would I look at them and say she could do this to all of them, or are they far enough?
Let me see. You could, yeah. You could hit off all of them.
Also, question: if I were to Misty Step under the door, would they just immediately see me, or?
Yeah.
I believe so,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, well, what? I think, remember the plan we had for those flying creatures, where we tried to get them close. Well, these things are already close. I think those of us who can lay down hurt in an area like that, Sissel might owe anyone, it would be a good time to do it, to try and remove these things as quickly as possible.
Alright, I can do that.
After, if I can get in the middle of them, I can, but that brings its own dangers. Now,
Right, well, I think we're gonna have one shot at this.
So we will.
After,
Focus, I think, should be the necromancer if he's in there.
right.
Absolutely.
If we see him, Wraith, Sissel, you know any spells that look particularly nasty. And, for good measure, Wraith, do you think you'll be getting up close?
If there's a bunch of big skeletons in the way, I don't know. I didn't particularly like my last run-in with them.
Alan is going to dip an arrow. Wait, how long does how long does a person last after dipping?
It should last long enough for you to attack with it.
Okay, so Alan's going to
dip.
So that's a paralysis.
A paralysis.
Okay.
A dip.
A dip.
A dip.
Let's stop doing this.
This is
And
what
it's a
I have
poison
done.
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Where is my?
Ellie, make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Out of
I just want to handle this first.
16 plus 4.
Ellen, you know enough about undead, having fought them enough that you know that all undead are immune to poison.
It's not for the undead.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Wait, aren't?
The Rider's also undead.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, but if the necromancer's in there. Wait, do we have reason to suspect the necromancer's in there?
You saw him. He looked fucked up, but we didn't see him. You're the only one who knows what he looks like, even remotely, and you didn't even get a good look at him, right? So,
You saw that his...
wait, was Mel here when that happened?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
You saw that his flesh was sort of like kind of falling off a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He might be some kind of undead.
He might be a type of undead.
Quick question: out of Wraith and Sissel,
Okay.
which one is like which one has an edge at counterspelling?
We both are exactly
Probably
the same.
Sissel,
Oh.
Sissel,
because she
because
has the +1.
Oh.
the
From-
+6 charisma.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
I'm gonna. No, you know what? I'm gonna have to do it on the fly and see how this plays out because I don't know who's gonna be where or what's gonna happen.
I'll let you guys pick your stuff when you get to the battle map. Where you want to be. How do you want to enter this?
How do you want to do this?
How do we?
Yes.
Okay, so we know we want to try and deal with it and cause as much damage in that space as possible. But how are we going to enter this room?
I mean, if they're
If we
distracted.
distract them with a illusion when they're all facing it, we just bust in.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's.
Do we know this door will open?
I mean, they're
Ellen?
facing it. They're expecting it to open.
Ellen, does the door have a block?
Does it look locked?
It's not locked. It's like a big door with giant round like door knockers that you can pull open.
Does it look?
Does it
No.
does it look like it's really heavy and will be slow to open?
Yes. It looks very heavy and slow to open. It looks like it would scrape across the ground as you're opening it.
Does it look like it would take a long time to open it?
Depends on your strength checks. Or your athletics checks, rather. But it probably would take more than one person to do it.
Okay. We need to open this door quickly, and it's going to be difficult when it's how heavy it is. So, Haraith, your illusion should have some kind of distracting sound, hopefully, to give us some time. And then Mido, Runa, whoever else we need, maybe tackle. Goff kind of looks at tackle. We need the those of us who can lift the most to pull this door open as quickly as possible, so that Sissel and everyone can get to work, and then we get in there.
I mean, I can get
yeah.
to the door just fine, but everyone else.
I'd rather you not spearhead this. I know you're warded, but you're not invincible, Blackwell.
Hmm.
Well, the longer we wait, the more difficult it's going to be.
All right.
Come on.
What the moment that Wraith cast that illusion and they've turned,
Goff, do you think you can do some of that thundery sound that you've done to accompany the like around?
I can.
Wraith's
How
illusion?
How many feet is that space ahead? We're like behind the bone jailers. How many feet ahead is that?
That's beyond what you can see.
Bollocks.
no, I can only do it 30 feet away. It's too. It would not really help.
Okay.
Okay, so once they've turned, their attention has been gotten by the illusion, we're going to whoever, Wilrid, maybe if you could help me on this side, might over and over there.
There's something about this. It's not quite right.
Well,
No.
I mean,
Look.
what?
Okay.
And as you look through the portal again, you see the Pale Rider stop once more and then lean over menacingly to someone just out of view.
Huh. Her actions are too
That's not her.
recorded,
That's an illusion.
aren't they?
Can't I like
it's-
roll a perception check to
You
see if
can roll an intelligence check is what
Oh,
you do
well,
to
I-
determine illusions.
am
Was it
fucking
intelligence
dumb,
or
y'all.
investigation?
Intelligence checks. Actually,
I thought it was
Can I,
investigation.
let me look at spells. Why doesn't this thing work sometimes? Hold on. Sometimes the quick search feature on 5e tools just is like, I'm not gonna work. It is a investigation check. Yep.
Can I
Yeah.
try to?
And try to discern if it's an illusion.
Well, that is a natural 16 plus. Where's my skills tab? 16 plus 14 is a 30.
It's not a. That's
It's
the real
what?
deal. That's not an illusion. That's the real deal.
Oh,
Well, I can tell you guys that it's definitely it's definitely not an illusion,
right. But
but
what is she doing?
she is very much far too. Does she seem like? Do her actions seem like way too clockwork?
No, give me an insight check.
Can I also
Okay.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
see what the fuck is up with this?
I know Alan's gonna beat me, but I rolled 22 on insight.
22, 16.
You might have actually no, you haven't beaten me. I rolled a. I rolled.
Look,
I rolled
man,
an,
I just roll these things
What
because
did you
I
roll?
liked.
I rolled a nat 1, so that's a 25.
Okay,
Oh my
25 for
God.
you. What did Goff get again?
22.
22, 25, and 16. Her movements and demeanor clearly indicate that whoever she is speaking to just out of view is someone that she is hostile to. Like she's got an edge of like hostility about her movements.
Does it look like she is
And
in
she's
control?
leaning down pretty far as if she's talking to someone who's fairly short.
So
There's
does it
some
look like
sort of falling out between the necromancer and the dead
Or
he
she's
raised.
talking to someone else entirely.
She's bending down very far. It would have to be somebody very short.
The
We already know
necromancer
he's a gnome.
The necromancer is the only one I have seen enter. Perhaps we should we try to go in and reason with her, speak to her.
I don't know if
I-
these
I would be-
skeletons are going to allow that.
that is exactly, yes. I was thinking that we could try to talk to her, but I don't think, unless she tells them to back off, these things are going to come for us.
Do we have more charges of the old turn undead?
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. One more.
I've got
At
my.
least
I
something
still
we
have
can
what
bring
I still
to-
have mine.
Alright,
These
maybe...
might be a little more difficult to do that with, though. If I
not-
recall those creatures, and he
Points toward
They won't be destroyed, but they could turn for a moment, giving us a chance.
that is true.
Well, if we want to try this a diplomatic way, I suppose that's possible. It would save you some of your energy, but it would also play our hand.
Everything we do carries a risk with it.
If she's hostile, I think that we shouldn't do this whole distraction plan because I feel like we need to try to.
A fair point. Earning trust is important, even though we kind of didn't work out exactly how we had hoped with Angus.
Well,
Try
it
again.
almost worked. So
It
Well,
almost
it
did,
was
but-
working until this one.
Don't-
Decided to get trigger
it's-
happy.
Don't. It's not.
Sorry about
I would
that.
have done the same. I wanted all that
I'm
matters.
surprised that you would, because as a man of faith, I think you would have been expecting your friend to make it out of there all right.
Haha, you got told.
I am the instrument of that faith. And I have made a promise to this woman that she would not die again. She's already died enough. I will do whatever it takes to make sure that she lives.
That's fair, friend. But all I'm saying is,
I understand. It should be. I should have faith in the moment.
Is
my
this the
days.
time for
Let's-
this conversation?
Why don't we just?
you're right. It's
Let's
Why don't
walk
we
in.
just-
Are we going to walk in?
Let's walk in?
So, what are you doing?
I'm pushing open the
We're gonna-
door.
Yeah.
Okay, give me athletics checks to do that.
My baby
Wait, can I throw in my own?
Yeah, you
Right
can all make this a
here.
group effort.
My baby
23.
noodle arms.
26 for me, the strong dwarf.
That's a
Wilred.
20 plus 0.
Oh, Wilred. Why am I rolling so low sometimes?
I like
for
how he
him?
spent like 20 minutes on that plan and just tossed it out the window.
Well, we noticed relevant information.
Like you do.
Wilred. Oh wow, Wilred. Poor Wilred. You only got like, yeah, he didn't get enough. Okay. So I'd say.
Verna. Let me roll for Verna. She's
Okay.
probably was just waiting to do something this whole time. Like fucking
Poor
just.
Verna.
She's just tapping her foot, looking impatient.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Why does Verna
That's
roll
a-
so
That's a strength. Oh
low?
wait, yeah, that's an athletics check. Wow, why was that so bad?
That's a 3.
Jesus
three.
Christ. You not
So
always
it's-
rolls low numbers.
Well, I would say between Mito, Hiraeth, Goff, and even Ellen, the 4 of your concerted effort, you managed to push this metal door forward, and the whole thing opens with a groan. And as you're making your way into this room, pushing the doors aside, the 2 skeletons, the giant skeletons, to the left and right of the corridor, train their gaze toward you. Their eerie blue glowing eye sockets staring you down. The bone jailers as well doing the same, but they don't move.
What was her name? Illa.
Velis. And
Velis.
Velis, she stops in her pacing and looks down from the platform toward all of you. And now that you're a little further into the room, you also notice just behind her, you see working furiously at a makeshift work table, a gnomish figure who's perched atop a stool, and his entire form is cloaked in this black robe with a hood that's pulled up. He just has his back to everybody.
I'm going to say it in Elvish. Hello, Velis.
Velis simply continues to stare you down. And after a moment, the gnomish figure kind of looks to the side a little bit. He says, "Sorry, kid, I don't think that's gonna work."
Why is that?
Well, it's a long story. Let me guess, adventurous? Here for the bounty?
Among other things.
Well, look. I'm a little preoccupied right now. Preoccupado, as they say in Gnomish.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Maybe you could come back another time, yeah? I try to figure all this out.
What you figuring out?
What am I figuring out? Oh.
What
Well,
happened?
first thing I'm trying to figure out,
And he turns and he pulls his hood down, and you see his face. And half of his face seems to be almost melting. You can see
Oh dear.
the bone beginning to appear underneath the eye socket. His eye is starting to droop in it. He says,
the first thing I like to do is figure out why the fuck I'm decomposing.
You're still holding the stone, aren't you?
What, this thing?
and he points over toward a pale white stone that is emitting a faint glow and is sitting on the workshop table.
I feel
This
like
damn thing has been nothing but trouble. Here, you want it?
And he grabs it and
You-
he
You
tosses-
absolute fool.
He
You
tosses it-
are wondering
Can I
why
finish?
you are decomposing and you're holding a necromantic artifact and raising the dead.
Tom.
Yeah. So,
I
what?
need to finish explaining what's happening.
Sorry. Sorry.
He grabs the stone and he tosses it towards you. But as it's in midair, with lightning reflexes, Velis grabs it. And then she puts it back on the desk.
Velis?
I can tell you.
that tracks.
I can tell you why you're decomposing, you fool.
No,
You're
I know.
taking away from the stone.
No,
What does
it has
she
nothing
want
to do with the
do?
stone. Do you want? Okay.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's.
Well, it
let's
has
start
something to
the-
do with the stone. Let's not yell at each other here. This is enough of an issue. There's enough of a rigmarole that I don't need. A little more anxiety here.
Well, let's figure this out. What
You're
have
worried
you
about
been
your
doing with-
anxiety.
What have you? How? She doesn't seem too happy with you.
Oh no, it's because the stone is controlling us. It's controlling all the other ones.
So
Well-
I'm guessing that you started using it and then you couldn't stop, and now they won't let you stop. Is that about it?
That's about it. Listen.
So it's still your fault.
No, listen. I didn't want any of this.
Of course you didn't want it. It's what you get. Playing with the dead like this.
Look, my interest in
You are no god.
the undead is purely academic.
a likely excuse.
It is a likely excuse. It's the truth.
What?
Okay.
Well, I guess
And
you
yes,
kinda
and
fucked up.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it lightly. Listen, this thing dropped out of the sky a few years back. I happened to find it. I realized it had necromantic power. Then the academy came for me. I hid it. Once they broke out, I decided I'd just see what it could do. Okay, maybe I was a little bit irresponsible with my scientific method. I thought I could control it, but apparently not. These constructs, and he motions toward the bone jailers. They got a mind of their own. I told them to just do a little, Okay, it's going to be too much to explain. The point is that this has gotten way out of control. They won't. I'm basically a prisoner here. They won't let me leave unless I keep making more and more undead for some conquest. Who knows what they want? But I'm stuck here until they're satisfied. Look, you want? I'll make you a deal. You take these undead out. I'll give you this stone. And you want a bounty? Well, I got a little bit of money hidden away. I don't know how much they're paying you, but it should be worth your while.
Well,
And I'll just walk away, and you won't see me.
No. You walking free is why this is happening in the first place.
No, me walking free is the only thing that's going to figure out how to solve all this.
How is that? What?
I'd
Sorry.
like to get some more information. Velas, can you speak?
She doesn't speak. No, these things, they don't speak. I don't know what's controlling them, but I raised them because I thought being heroes and all, they would have a little bit moral turpitude to be able to deal with the issue that I already created with the bone creatures. It's basically been throwing more and more fuel onto the fire, and I realized I fucked up, but I'm trying to fix all that.
So, okay. The decomposing then.
Okay, so listen, I did find a ritual that was supposed to offer eternal life, and now I know it sounds bad.
It is bad.
But you have to understand, I'm purely in it for scholarly research. I thought. Let me finish. Look, I don't like people. I like to stay in my room and read. Okay, I figured, and I'm getting up there in years. Look at me. I mean, I guess now you're just seeing melting faces and all, but
yeah.
I'm getting up there in years, and I figured if I want to continue studying and learning new magic, I need to have a little bit more longevity. So I figured I would just do this ritual. I would be able to stay in my room. I wouldn't need to eat. I wouldn't need to do whatever, and no one would bother me, and I could just, to my heart's content, for as long as I want. Great.
All right, little man. Little man, you're going to stop talking for a moment, and you're going to answer me this question. Shut up. You killed innocent
That
hundreds of
wasn't my intention.
You are quiet now. You killed hundreds.
Feel a
innocent
hand on your arm, and it is Wilred, and he looks up at you and he says,
I'm as mad as you are, and I agree with you, but let's...
Just so you can get a little R&R. You killed those people.
No, it's not what I did, okay?
What is the blood for? So that you can sit around and read your books?
The ritual did require a little bloodletting, but I instructed these things when I made them specifically just that, people get injured in the Veil. Take a little blood from when they get injured. It's fine. But no, they went in and they just captured them and started bleeding them out, and I told them, stop it. Oh, God, the screaming.
You can make all the excuses you want or feel as much remorse or regret as you want, and it may be real, but you still did this. This is on you. There's no excuses.
That's why I'm trying to fix it.
Okay. Yeah.
Whether you fix it or not, I cannot let...
Well,
I ain't going back to prison.
We'll decide that. But for now, we've got the bigger problem on our hands.
I told you what my terms are. I'll give you some money if you let me walk away from this, and I'll tell you, and I'll work with you to try to solve this whole situation. But if you try to take me back to prison, all bets are off.
We will cross that bridge when we get to it.
No, we will cross that bridge now.
And Wilred actually stands next to Goff and says,
No, I agree with this one. Yeah, this cannot be suffered to continue.
how can we stop it?
Now, here's your option. You can sit here and melt away and fall into pieces as this evil compels you and bosses you around and forces you to do its will. We will deal with it one way or another. Or you can continue to live out the rest of your days with a little R&R that you so delightfully crave in a cell. Or you can die. Honestly, at this point, I don't care if I get paid any money. This is absolutely disgusting. This is detestable. Your recklessness, your curiosity, your desire for knowledge has led to this. We have met a man whose desire for knowledge and longevity has resulted in nothing but chaos. There's so much out there in this God's damned realm right now. This Fatum is under so much stress it could break at any moment and fold inward on itself, and you are only making it worse! You cretin! I don't care how much regret you feel, this is on you. You have no out! You fix it or you don't!
Well, I ain't going back to prison. I said that, and that decision's final. So if you're gonna try to come and take me, all bets are off.
I don't make bets.
Your funeral.
At this point, you see the skeletons beginning to turn toward you as Velis readies her longbow. And you see some energies beginning to crackle on the tips of Odin's fingers. It's a little late, I think, to do a combat, so we'll probably end it here a little early.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry for yelling.
I will show you.
The map.
Oh.
Oh wow, look at his face!
Oh, them big.
Wow, they're a lot bigger than I thought.
Giant skeleton, no kidding.
Oh wow, those
They're
are very
literally
big.
giants. They're literally giants.
Look at... Oh, those are
No,
glasses.
no.
I thought those were his eyes.
No, I was really trying to find like a necromancer lich, but I couldn't, so I just went with a cool looking.
Hey everyone, sorry for forcing combat because Goff has.
I feel like it was gonna
Wilred,
happen.
If you hadn't, Wilred is going to, because he is
Yeah.
totally. on
I'm
the same
sorry. I
wavelength
just
as you.
like the company deal where they were like, hey, if we like that whole thing, I could. Goff was able to like tolerate that to an extent, but this is not.
I don't think any of us are really down with
Yeah,
necromancers
no.
running around.
Oh yeah, no.
Uh,
Sissel's
I-
lying.
Ellen-
I
Ellen,
need
like-
to...
Ever since Ellen sold that corpse juice and created the problem,
I should probably like just make a blanket statement. If it seems like Sissel is siding with the enemy, she's probably lying through her teeth.
For a moment there, I was considering maybe pretending that I was gonna not kick him to prison and then just take him to prison anyway.
Yeah,
bonk him
that's...
real hard on the head.
That
But
was
then he
my
just
one.
kept saying. Then he just kept saying his fucking spiel, and I was like, okay.
Ellen was considering, like, well, maybe we can, like, get him to cooperate with us and shove him in prison when
Oh,
he's
let's
not
just
looking.
Yeah, I
arrest
figured that was
him.
also an option you guys could have done, and I would have laughed. if you
No,
had
I
done
was.
that.
There was a moment in the middle of that exchange where I was like, Goff was actually considering like maybe I can just agree with this man for a second, and then just fucking like the moment we know that we've got our situation figured out, just fucking like clock him, just like put him in a bag, like whatever it needs to be done. But whatever.
Just
I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna really be a spicy fight.
Yeah, it's
Just gonna
looking
tell you.
like it. Oh my goodness.
at least Meadow still got wings.
Good thing
Because-
we're mostly warded and stuff.
Yeah, but there's shit that sometimes doesn't involve killing.
Hmm.
Sometimes.
I mean, there's the bone jailers and
Those are
these.
some really big skeletons.
Yeah, they are. They're skeleton giants. They are literally, there are giants that are undead.
Yep.
They might be giants. I hear.
I was just thinking about the fucking Tomb of the Giants in Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's basically those.
I don't know if anyone else has seen that, but it's just a pitch black area, and there's just skeletons that are like 3 times bigger than you.
It is good that y'all have Death Ward.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh boy.
This is exactly what I'm
Love that.
talking about.
I'm excited.
I mean, there were other options, but it's fine. You play your characters. That's how it's supposed to be.
You fucking baited me, man. You knew how this was gonna end up.
Oh yeah, I know. And look, I
You
have
knew,
another.
you knew there were other options, but you knew this wasn't gonna end any other way except direct combat because you know Goff has a specific problem with necromancers. That was one of the first things I talked about with him. You knew how this was gonna.
I know. And
You knew that it was gonna go any other
on your
way.
side who also is of the same mind. So, like,
You
you're
fucking put in your cheat code for this one. There was no other way this was gonna go.
Boofus Juliana.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording. And, oh god, hold on. And
Boofus.
put in the thing with the video.
So far, I kind of wish that there was a gnome in our party who wasn't a piece of shit because so far all the gnomes that Goth's interacted with have been terrible or betrayed
Goth
us.
has
Campbell
become
was
racist
okay.
against
He
gnomes.
betrayed us! Even if it was intended for good, he still almost fucked us over.
Alright,
I mean, he
who
kind
else?
of did.
Stop recording.
Who else?